if we score first. They will then believe they're going to get behind the team to go and win it, or do you think they're going to think, we threw it away?
I guess we'll never know.
Welcome to Big Steve Bingo. Join the fun and play along at home. Listen out for these household favourites. I'm not rattled. You are. Have you ever won 4 in a row? We just won a treble. Look at all these Arsenal fans in the chat. And last but by no means least,
take it on the chin, take it on the chin. We take it on the chin. We'll just take it on the chin. I take it on the chin. We take it on the chin. Take a season on the chin. Take a season on the chin. We got to take it on the chin. We took it on the chin. You got to take it on the chin, man. You got to take it on the chin. We need to take it on the chin, I think, for a few more weeks, Blues. But it doesn't mean we're going to accept it. 4 league titles. We went and beat QPR in the last minute and won the league. We believe we was going to do it. Do you know what Leicester City did? They believe. Haaland was right. Stay humble with yourself. I've got Arsenal fans right here, right there, right there. Too easy, too easy. On the Big Six show last night, I just basically go on there, waffle loads of nonsense, rattle them all to death. Don't let them bully City. Don't give in to their agendas. Don't tell them how good they are. Don't tell them nothing, and just basically be a twat.
I didn't even see that.
His skull is nasty. He went through the clips one by one, you know.
Oh my god!
Listen, got to take on the chin.
I didn't know about this. I didn't know about taking the jab. I've never heard him say it that much.
No, he does say it. He does say it a lot. Oh, we know that now.
I didn't realize it. I didn't realize
it. When you say you got to take it on the chin, that's like code word for with shit. But it's a nice thing. You know what I mean?
That was sick. Scott, big up, man. Big up. I've literally just got home as well from doing AFTV's transfer stuff, and then I see intros uploaded. I thought, all right, we're good to go. We're good to go. Big up, Skull, as always, people. Go show him some love. His channel's not active, but it should be active soon enough. Go subscribe. Steve's channel, SAEED's channel, Matisse, GRIZZ, and FUAD's channel should all be in the description below. So go support the individual channels, people. FUAD's doing stuff on his channel consistently now. So big him up. I was with him earlier on SDS, actually. So it's the second show for us today to talk about pretty much the same thing. But we out here. We out here from SDS to Big Six. What are you saying, FUAD? You good?
Oh, good, bro. What are you telling me?
Well, 24 hours ago, I was much more jubilant. The transfer deadline day, 18 minutes away now, and Arsenal ain't doing nothing. So it's a bit of Jekyll and Hyde, a bit of Arsenal talk, I think, coming up. But yeah, we move. Matisse, GRIZZ, Steve, SAEED, all good.
Yeah, man.
Could have been better,
I'm just happy not to be involved in any of the shenanigans that's going to take place. You just crack on. I'm gonna just sit over here. I'm like, quiet day today.
Man said you was close though, going 1-0 down. You
bro.
Yep. What's going on here? But yeah, super chats galore in already. I've got them saved, people. It will be there. We'll in individual segments.
Half of them for Steve.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know how it goes.
They're all for Steve.
Are they? I ain't checked them.
Yeah, man. Well, SAEED lost. Well, that's not new. It's all for Steve.
Yeah. There's
a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma there. Let them get out of the system, man. Send the super chats in. Do your work.
Listen, you gotta say no. You can't say none of the things that Skull highlighted. You know, you have to try to.
Listen, I might as well not say anything then. They don't like me talking about it. They don't like me to. I basically want me to come on here and say, you're the best team in the world. You're going to win the league. You're going to win the Champions League. I've never seen anything like it. It's all a load of bollocks. I ain't saying that. So get your bingo card ready. Get your dabbers and get dabbers.
Bingo card ready, people.
Get the bingo cards ready, man. We'll see who gets a full house.
Big up Brax as well. He's gifted that 20 Big Six members. That's
wow.
Big. So.
I didn't even know you could even do that on here.
All right, big
Brax, man. Come on. Big up the members already. I see your comments there saved as well, people. So we'll get into that. But only one place to start. And obviously that's Arsenal City, the Big Six fixture of the weekend. We saw how it went. And yeah, listen, like I said, I'm going to separate the transfer stuff as much as I can and the mood I have with the transfer stuff from the mood created yesterday or the vibe of the win, the result, the performance, all of that, because it's very different. When I think back to yesterday, what a result. What a result. Steve, over the years, you know, he went from you know, telling us Arteta looks like, you know, he's a good manager. Don't forget the years of Steve telling, you know, people like me who didn't believe at one time that, listen, Arteta looks like he's got something to him. Slowly but surely we get into title races and whatnot. But Steve has always said, you know, you have to do us, and do them we did yesterday. And I know it's not in the best of circumstances. Liverpool are still leading the race, and I caveat with that is as is. It's as is from Thursday's show to now. It's still the same, but that 24 hours from Liverpool's big win against Bournemouth to that Man City game just before kickoff, I think when you looked at the table, when I looked at the table, Arsenal fans in general, that's the reality. Same games played, 9-point difference, and then a trip to Anfield, and you know. So any more drop points going into that Man City game, it would have been done, dusted. As much as I think we've caused enough damage, and I think off the back of this transfer nonsense as well, the lack of it, we haven't equipped ourselves to really fight back and take what I believe will be Liverpool's title come the end of the season. Still in it, but this is just what I think. What we had to do yesterday, we had to get it done, and we did get it done, because Steve is right. You know, this season, City are not the City of the last 2 years. I know we're not the Arsenal of the last maybe year or two as well, but we are the better team. And it was evident yesterday. We put them to the sword, and I think the Haaland goal actually reinvigorated us. The Haaland goal gave us that extra, shit. You know, this is, you know, we've got to get this job done. We've got 35 minutes now. They've clawed their way back into it. We've missed a big chance with the Havertz one. Don't let this day end the same way a lot of days have ended, where we look back at missed chances and then crucial points missed out on. Got the job done. And to be honest with you, top to bottom, the team deserve the utmost credit. And I know a lot of the celebration police are out now. I've got no qualms about any of the celebrations of the back of yesterday, because it was massive. Massive. From Lewis Skelly mocking Haaland celebration, I think that's part of football. I think, you know, part of football is getting under each other's skin. Part of football is playing on those narratives. And I know we haven't won anything yet. I'm going to caveat with that yet again. But it's nice to see that we've got that not so soft underbelly, because Arsenal had a soft underbelly for many, many years. And when you have that, it's a foundation for failure. Now, again, we haven't won anything, but when you see when you see how much it meant to us yesterday in terms of the players on that pitch, a bit of revenge on the cards, we done what we had to do. From youth players, 17, 18 years of age, whether you started the game in MLS or came off the bench in Ranieri, experienced players, 100 million man Declan Rice or Thomas Partey, our best midfielder so far this season. Saliba, Gabriel did their job. Havertz assist, yeah, cool, and he obviously got his goal in the end. So even he got his first goal contributions against a top 7 side against City. Prior to that game, he had no goal contributions against a top 7 side. You already know what I think about him, but credit where credit's due there. The miss didn't cost us. I'm not going to dwell on that miss. I could talk about that miss for 10 minutes, but it is what it is. You know what I feel about him. And Martinelli and Trossard and, you know, whoever else was involved off the bench, we all did what we had to do. And it's a shame, because it has come where it looks like we've left ourselves short, literally 24 hours later. Because I would have... Maybe you lot have your opinions on this. If we backed up a Man City 5-1 win in that fashion, with a player over the line on the last day of the deadline day, and a break coming up, whatever happens against Newcastle happens. Do you know the push that would have given the side moving forward? Now I feel like the transfer window, or what happened or what's not happening, has kind of left a dampener on what was an amazing result, an amazing performance yesterday. I feel like, you know, the way our board is set up, if we had lost that game or drawn that game, we probably would have signed someone today just to appease, just to calm it all down a little bit. But the fact we went and smoked them, it was like a gift and a curse, because then this club turned around and today they don't do what they need to do. But again, I'll park that off for a sec. That's more fresh in my mind than the result. But that result, one of the most satisfying results at the Emirates of the Emirates era, that's for sure. One of the best results. Probably one of the best results as well, but one of the most satisfying, because we know the juggernaut City have been. They're not that juggernaut this season, but we know they've got special players, world-class players. And there was a mental hurdle in a sense to get over, in terms of we are the better team now. The expectation is on us now, regardless of over the last 2-3 games. A lot of, you know, quotes saying, this is Arsenal now. This is Arsenal now. You have to do it now, whether it's here, whether it's there. 10 men, you got to do it. This time, we done it. This time we done it, we put it to bed. And I do think there is a rivalry brewing there. Now, whether that rivalry unfolds further down the line, that all depends on what we do in the window in the summer and what you lot are expected to do. But I can't lie, Man City, I predicted a tight game, 2-1, 2-2, but Man City were, for 60 minutes, they had nothing. For 60 minutes, they had nothing. And then the goal came and then they had nothing else. And that's surprising to me. So obviously, I'm going to let Steve talk about City, but Arsenal, I mean, the pressure was on off the back of Liverpool beating Bournemouth because that was a massive win for Liverpool. And we stepped up to the plate. I'm sorry to the players and fellow fans that the club didn't step up to the plate. But the players on that pitch yesterday, Arteta, they stepped up to the plate against, okay, not the same Man City side, but a great Man City side. This is a side just coming off 4 titles and whatnot. And I know they've been smoked a couple times this season now. We're not the first. We might not be the last. But in this position we're in now, I just want to say in 2 weeks, Steve, try and do us a favour when Liverpool come to the Etihad. And yeah, and then maybe then that light at the end of the tunnel opens up a bit more, regardless of the transfer situation. But yeah, sorry, people, bit of a mixed bag. Elated with the result, gassed about the performance. But today we've left ourselves short, people. So essentially, as is from Thursday, we move.
Yeah, man. Listen, no qualms with the result. We didn't deserve a thing. We're giving gifts away again. We've said it so many times. It's the manner of goals. They're like mistakes. You know what I mean? Don't mind if a team puts it on us. We're just giving them away. The first goal, we give it away. Havertz's second chance there should have been 2. Same against Chelsea. First goal. Then we give them a chance to put a 2. They missed it. So you're like, it's every week. But I mean, as far about all this, the great result and all that, that's fine. It's a great result, but you've got to win the league. We beat you 5-1, 2023. We didn't give a shit. It's a result along the way. We got at the end of the season, we won the league. We've been 8 and 12 points behind. We've come back. We've won the league. Yeah, it's a good result. Get excited. Enjoy it. You beat Man City 5-1, but you beat the worst version of Man City 5-1. It took us to our downfall, to you to beat us that score. You know what I mean? And then this rivalry thing. How can you have a rival with a team that has not done anything? They've not snatched the league. They've not put pressure on us. They've not done anything. So they're having a rivalry over Erling Haaland. You've got players on that pitch that have never won a trophy, mocking a kid that's won every trophy by the age of 24 years old. You've got a team out there wearing gold badges on the sleeve saying Premier League champions, and then they've got the gold badge in the middle that says world champions. And you've got these men who are laughing in the faces and that. So how you can mock a team that wins trophies and gets over the line and wins trebles, that's just a bit mad. That's like Espanyol beating Real Madrid and then start mocking Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Real Madrid don't give a shit. And I don't think Erling Haaland gives a shit. You know what I mean? He knows what's coming and he knows where we're going to go. As far as the game, 100% embarrassed us. Disgraceful performance from Manchester City. 1,000,000% not good enough. It's not the kind of level I go and watch week in, week out. So I'm embarrassed by it. And I'll give Arsenal the credit. But all this nonsense about stay humble and all this to a team that's done more in the last 10 years, 17 trophies. You're asking us to be humble when you can't get a Premier League over the line, when you've been leading it twice. I think that's kind of embarrassing, you know what I mean? And there's always an excuse. So yesterday, you beat Manchester City. Today, because you've not signed a striker, you're not going to win the league. There's grown men whose name I shall not mention go into the club shop, getting a shirt with "Stay Humble" on the back. Well, let me stay humble this. My kids have got shirts. One says treble winners 23 and one says 4 in a row. So, you know, these old men that are going getting these shirts done, they need to have a word with themselves. Operation U-Tree has been informed about that. But I'm not bringing my kids' shirts out. You know, I'm playing City Bingo. We're the only team I'm not allowed to mention winning the league. I'm not allowed to mention the treble. I'm not allowed to mention 4 in a row because it hurts. But can you imagine if Arsenal had won 4 in a row? Could you imagine if Arsenal had won the treble?
Unbearable.
Would they not be allowed to mention it? Would they not be allowed to use that as a defense tactic? No. I know it hurts, guys. I know it does. But listen, this is the worst version of Manchester City you've seen in the last 10 years. Tottenham beat us 4-0 at the Etihad. Yeah? Sporting Lisbon beat us 4-1 in Lisbon. So what you guys did yesterday, yeah, is it that spectacular? We are the whipping boys at the minute. But you can have it. But all I'm saying is, if you go on again, like the popular song that was sung yesterday, second again, ole, ole, second again, ole, ole. If you go on to be second again, ole, ole, did it even mean anything? Did it even happen? It was like GRIZZ's title in the COVID season. Did it happen? You know what I mean? So listen.
Unnecessary strays.
I'm going to give GRIZZ's props in a minute. Take the win on the chin. Take it on the chin.
Man said you're going to get your pat on the head in a minute. Wait there, mate. I'll give you a little shy.
Take it on the chin. Yeah. Take it on the chin. Yeah. Get your bingo dabbers out. Keep on dabbing. Yeah. Keep on dabbing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you have won. Fuck all. Yeah. And you haven't won a league for 20 years. So telling these men here, stay humble. With these tattoos with trophies on and Premier Leagues and shit you only dream of. Champions League trophies and that all over me. Shit that you dream of. Have some respect. And I'm going to tell you now, Liverpool's win that league. You beat us, but Tottenham beat us. United beat us. Liverpool's going to win that league. And here's one for you. I'm a Mancunian, yeah? I'm a Mancunian, and I hope and fucking pray to the football gods that Liverpool win that fucking league. And that's bad for me as a Mancunian to say that. But I tell you what, I'll deal with them every day of the week. You know what I mean? But I can't have teams that act like Real Madrid who are more like Real Zaragoza, mouthing up to us who've just won four leagues in a row. You know what I mean? So humble yourselves, get your bingo dabbers, yeah, and throw them in the fucking bin because you ain't winning shit again. And next season when City come back, all these fucking pictures of Skelly doing his thing and Gabriel chatting shit, it's all going to come back and bite you on the ass. And do you know what you've just done? You've just put fucking more and more pressure on a team that doesn't like pressure. They have just increased the pressure tenfold. The rival fans are seeing this now and going, who do these guys think they are, man? Who do these guys think they are? 0 trophies. No leagues in 21 years, and they're telling people to be humble. People that have got more medals in the cabinet than anything. But hey ho, you've invited the pressure. Deal with the pressure. Go and win this league. Go and show Liverpool that you are the men, yeah? And we'll see you all next season. And whoever's got a full house, you win fuck all.
Steve reminds me of Tyson Fury when he's going on these like raging rants. You know what I mean? He's got the same.
I'm backing my fan base. Yeah, you know me. I'm coming on here and I ain't fucking giving no inch to nobody. I'm backing it. 400 men marched down Holloway Road yesterday with me. Yeah, and then fucking second again heads filmed us. Didn't say a fucking boo to a goose. Not one fucking word. Yeah, we're taking the piss, man. Man City FC. Fucking here we are. Let's have it.
You know what's mad, yeah? He's speaking facts here, but this is one generational deflection. But he's speaking facts. Well, you can't really say anything.
Sweet though.
It's like, bro, man's just switched.
But you know what? I'm going to be honest, yeah? When Tottenham beat us, I sent Toby a voice note, private. Yeah? And he admitted it. I sent Turkish a voice note last night, private. Did I not?
Yeah.
There you go. So what goes on in private, I ain't saying on here because I'm here to represent, and I'm representing, man.
The thing is about this, right? Is we have to cook that City team because that performance was abysmal. Yeah. And we are going to get into the details, right? I know you might not want to, but we're going to get into it.
We have to. Right. Manuel Akanji made a mistake. Yeah, bad touch, brought pressure on us. You got Ortega in net, was nowhere near it. Kovacic in the midfield's not good enough. We've said it countless times. Phil Foden, last season, PFA Player of the Year. Brilliant. This season, not been at the races. Giving the ball away 3 or 4 times. So I know where we are at a team at the minute. Pep knows where we are as a team. Calhoun knows where we are. We're going into battle and we're going to be backing them till the hill, but we're not good enough. These teams are better than us. The system's flawed. You can't have Mateus Nunes at right back. You can't have Kovacic, Bernardo in midfield. Do you know what I mean? He's not got the legs. We know that. But what can we do? Pep's
got a lot wrong with the transfer stuff, though.
Yeah, well, no, they underestimated it. They thought they could get away with it. They didn't expect the Rodri injury. I get it, but they thought, oh, we've got enough to go. But for the last 2 seasons, if you really dig it and really look at it, yeah, City got away with it a few times on the skin, by the skin of the teeth. So they've made a mistake. They've gone and signed Gonzalez today from Porto. They've got Echeverri coming back from the under-20s. They've got Kuzanov and Reyes and Mamouche. So he's got his players he wants now. He's asked, like, I've made a mistake. Get me the players. They've got the players in now. Now we've got to get everybody right and get ready for next season. This season's all about top 4. It's all about top 4. But the Arsenal season, it's all about win the league. If you don't win the league, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. None of it matters. You can fluff up results all you want. It don't matter. Last season was your time. Didn't happen. Season before was your time. Didn't happen. This season's your time. Didn't happen. You're only 6 points off Liverpool. But that result that Liverpool got on Saturday kicked you right in the bollocks. Didn't matter about Man City because 99% you Arsenal fans fancied it to give it City. But you thought Bournemouth was going to do something. Their performance on Saturday was class. They rid the storm. They got the result. As soon as I seen it come up, I went, it's game over now. It's game over. If you can go to Bournemouth, who are putting 5 past Forest, efficient is the word. Last season's word for Man City was efficient. This season's word for Liverpool is efficient. They get the job done. Doesn't have to be pretty. They get it done. And I'm sorry, but you're going to be second again.
Potentially. But you do let the fans get to you, Steve. That's why you're bigging up Liverpool now, and that's why
I'm telling the truth. That's how I feel. The fans, I'm Turkish. How can the fans get to me? How can do you think they get to me, or do I get to them? Because by the look of the chat, it looks like they're a bit upset.
Bingo! All right, that's my first one. Good last one. I'm getting there now. Now we getting there.
I've got 3.
Wait, what one you got?
I got 3, man. He said all of them. He said all of them.
Oh shit!
He said all of them in that monologue. But look, where do we start?
Well, we should praise Arsenal.
Well, yeah. I look. We were at the mob watch along. We were at the mob watch along. Oh, Toby's not here. And I turned around, I went there with a hope in my heart. You never walk alone. Sit there. I said it in the group chat and everything, and I thought, do something. I looked at the team and I slumped back in my chair. Did I not, Turkish? No, did I not?
Yeah, you did.
I looked at the lineup and I said,
you did.
Yeah. I said, this is a smashing.
The midfield,
man. You lot went, relax, man, relax. I said, no. This is a smashing. I really thought he's going to go out there and stiff it out and do something different. And he chose Arsenal away, probably one of the most high-pressing teams in Europe, right? We know that they've got the issues. I'm talking about Arsenal here. We know they've got slight issues. No Saka, Odegaard not in great form. So going forward, Havertz not being the prolific goal scorer that they thought they're getting. But we know what they are. We know that they're very good at stopping the opposition from playing. And Pep, of all games, and I've been telling Steve, as a non-City fan, I think he's too pragmatic. He plays one less attacker in every game, right? And he chose this game away to Emirates to play pretty much 5 attackers. Because if you're calling Bernardo Silva a midfielder, then you're in trouble first and foremost. And then you've got Kovacic. I know there's a video going around of some brother sitting in a barber's chair. Yeah, Twitter's not nice, man, sometimes. But if you got Kovacic, Bernardo Silva as your pivot away to Arsenal with Nunes at right back, and you're playing a front, this is the game you've decided to go all out attack and brave. I said to you, lot, Arsenal will bully the shit out of this City team. And that's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. There was a spell in the first 15 minutes of the second half where, like Arsenal against Liverpool, sat back. And I said it, why are they going backwards? Why are Arsenal gone backwards? And then that's when City scored. Haaland scored. But I just thought it was a disaster class from Pep Guardiola. And he's my favorite coach ever. So that's how much it hurts me. But it was a disaster class, and I know Steve is adamant that they're going to get back, and I've been adamant you're not, and I'm going to stick to that. This is not a one window job. This is not a 2-window job. And I'm telling you now, it's going to take much longer than next season. Remember, I was arguing with people in the chat, City fan.
We're back
next week. We're back next week. Next season, I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. And I genuinely think, like the levels we've seen City, no one's ever going to get to.
You think you got them at the Etihad?
Of course they are.
Again. When two teams clash, boom does go out the window. But right now, we like the way he's described all these other teams being them. We'll be disappointed not to have them. But now they brought in that midfielder because they went out and the morning after that debacle of a midfield, they've gone out and played the release clause of a midfielder, which they could have played the release clause on the first day of the January transfer window. Why did they buy him on the last day of the transfer window? Because Pep went in there probably and said, what the fuck, man? Get me a fucking midfielder who can walk. Get me a midfielder who can walk, man. Because that was, I'm telling you now, and the reason why I'm so passionate and involved in it is because I saw my team and my midfielders fall off like the City team. And I've been telling you lot, I saw bad boys suddenly turn into nobodies. Fabinho, Henderson, Gini, Bobby, these Milner, Keita, they fell off. It took 12 to 18 months to fall off. All these heroes, Bernardo Silva, KD Bree, whoever, name all of them, all that midfield. There's not one midfielder that's worthy of being called a City midfielder right now. And Steve will admit it. There's not one player worthy of a City midfielder now. And he's gone out and bought. Now, I don't even know much about this guy. Whoever knows about this guy, let us know what he's like. But they've gone and paid the release clause on the last day.
We've got Rodri to come back. We've got Ruben Diaz to come back. We've got Nathan Ake to come back. We've got Oscar Bob. Yeah, all quality. We've got this Gonzalez and we've got Echeverri. So he's freshened it up. So to say you get them players in the mix, we're a better side than we are now. We're fifth now. How we're fifth? If we would have beat Arsenal yesterday, we were 3 points off Arsenal. And apparently we're in a crisis. So I think we'll be back. There's not no major tweaks. It's not a bigger fall off than what Liverpool did. It's not. You took a Ballon d'Or winner out of our midfield, who we know is the most important player.
It's not as that bad a fall off. Agree, but when we fell off, of course it was bad. But we were not falling off from the heights that you're falling off from. Remember that.
We could kind of see
you're falling off 4 league titles in a row. So it's going to look because
you're used to seeing, like me, a certain level. So you think, wow, City are fucking terrible because you're used to seeing this machine. But I know we're terrible, but I also know by looking at the team on the pitch whereabouts it needs to be put right.
Fair enough,
you can't play Mateus Nunes at right back. You can't.
But this is what I mean. But this is what I mean. Yeah, but Steve, this is what I mean about Pep. In times like this, you show trust in the youngsters and the players that you've groomed and brought through. Suddenly, he's lost trust in the likes of Grealish, the likes of Rico Lewis, the likes of the other youngster you had. Look, he's like suddenly he's lost trust of them in them. Sorry, you know what I mean. You can't lose that, man. You have to show them you still trust them, you still love them, you still believe them. The fact that he's gone out and bought 4 or 5 players that you mentioned, and now you're going to go out and buy another 4 or 5 in the summer, I think it's a big reset. Yeah, but I think it is. This is my point.
Didn't matter 4 or 5 weeks back.
It's a reset, Steve. It's a reset. 4 or 5 players now and 4 or 5 players in the summer. That's 8, 9 players. That's a reset.
It's a reset. That's why I'm saying. That's why I think that we're in a privileged position that when these players get older, the Kevin De Bruynes, the Kyle Walkers, people like that, and getting injury prone, we can go out there and do it. We kept our powder dry last 2 summers. We've not gone out there and smashed it out the park. We thought we had enough. That's the mistake. Pep and the board can come to the conclusion we've got enough to go again. After 4 league titles in a row, they thought they had enough to go again. And then they didn't. And they're not. And that's it. But I was saying to someone yesterday, I said, listen, we're all upset. City fans, we're all upset. There's not a man on this panel that wouldn't take 4 league titles in a row and then have a couple of seasons where you're going to be at the, just going to be at the races. And that's what we might have to take. We can't, it just don't continue. Football's in cycles. We've said it. It
100%.
doesn't continue all the time. You just can't keep plowing through. So we know we've got to take a knock. It's going to take a long time for him to get into Pep's system. It's going to take a lot of time to buy into what he's doing. We've seen that before. But I genuinely believe that next season we'll be back at the races. We'll be back in there.
Fair enough. And very quickly on Arsenal, that's me done on the game.
But on that section, because I think Pep needs a bit more discussion, because he's shown some flaws, because I checked it before the show, and since the treble winning season, Man City have spent considerable money relative to the other sides. They've actually spent more than us since the treble winning side, and it's turned out to this. It's a transition year. You can expect it after 4 seasons, but a lot of money's been spent in the last couple years, and it's regressed so badly. And we've never seen Pep like this. And by that, I mean some of the images on the touchline and some of his interviews as well, post. And there's a lot of rumors that not necessarily he was forced into the City contract, but his future might still be in doubt and whatnot. Steve, is there any doubts? Is there any?
Pep's personal life this season's a mess. He just got divorced from his wife. She don't live with him in there. I'm not saying that's an excuse. That's his personal life. But if you're seeing an agitated guy on the touchline, that might be it. I don't know. When Jurgen Klopp had his wobble and said this, that, and the other, he was like, we didn't know whether he was ill. We didn't know what his reasons was. He decided it. Pep signed a 2-year contract. So you've seen a man come into the Premier League and dominate for 8 years, 9 years. So he's 5th in the Premier League. He knows what to do. He will get it right again. And like you say, the City fans are backing him. No one's calling him out. Does he make mistakes? 100%. Tell me, manager, don't make mistakes. Even the best Alex Ferguson made mad mistakes, signed crazy players. You thought, where the fuck does that come from? But the fact is, he's staying. He's committed to the club. And we know where we are. We're going to keep backing the team. Are we going to get slapped again this season? 100%. We've got Real Madrid in the Champions League. We've got a mountain to climb. We're not that team. How many times this season have I come on here and said, we're not that team? We were undefeated at the beginning of the season. All your teams have lost. I said we wasn't that team. But if I say we're not that team, I'm crying. If I say we're going to smash you, I'm crying. He's arrogant. I can't win. I'm just telling you, from my point of view.
You believed right at the start that you were strong enough to take the title.
No, but you listen to the first few shows of the season. I said to you, I don't know how we're winning these games. We're miles off it. And I've watched football for 40 years. Every fucking week, I go home and away. I know my own team. I can tell. I can feel it. I can see it. We're miles off it. And like you say, anyone who watches the team week in and week out, you know that within 10, 15 minutes, you know in your mind whether your team's out or not, don't you? You think, fucking hell, we're ticking today. We're not ticking today. And at the minute, we're not ticking. But we're going to put it right. We won these trophies. We won these trebles. We've got the money in the bank. The academy's been producing dough. We've sold a load of players. The money's there for us to rebuild. We're entitled to it. We earned it. And like you say, we're going to do it. The players have been here 8, 9, 10 years. And they're going. You know what I mean? So, honestly, I truly believe Man City will be back next season. But like you say, this season, it's between you and Liverpool. And I honestly believe that they're going to win it, Liverpool.
Steve, you touched on a rebuild there, yeah? You see when GRIZZ touched on there about how when their midfield fell off with the Gini, Fabinho, when they had their rebuild, obviously under Arne Slot now and what's happening kind of moving forward after that with Szoboszlai coming in, Gravenberch, they at least still had the Trent Alexander-Arnolds, the Mo Salahs, the Allisons. They still had kind of core pieces that could kind of carry them through that transition era. Leaders, if you want to say, in their dressing room. Who do you think are kind of the leaders in that City dressing room right now? Because it seems like KDB, Bernardo, all of those quote-unquote leaders are the ones that are the same ones everyone's saying they want out.
I think with Bernardo Silva and KDB, it is an age issue there. Bernardo's played a lot of football and he plays everywhere and he will do. And sometimes he looks tired and they need to take him out. I think what Pep's done over the last few years, he's managed certain situations, give people break. This season, he can't. Ilkay Gundogan comes back from Barcelona. He's a 20-minute man for Rodri. Rodri's injured. He's got to play every game. Kevin De Bruyne comes back from the surgery. Ideally, we'd like to break him in. He's forced him into games. He's running around there. The leaders in the team are Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Rodri. You've got Erling Haaland leading the line up front. So at the back, the spine of the team, Diaz, Rodri, Haaland is fine. And then on the offshoot of that, you've got Jeremy Doku, Savinho, Mamouche, Oscar Bob, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Mateo Kovacic. Tell me there where I'm naming dickheads. Do you know what I mean? So mix and match that next season. I feel like Pep with Cousinov, Reyes, Echeverria. You know what I mean? I feel like he's going to get it right.
I look at a lot of those names you said, and they're talented players, but I don't look at them as leaders. And it's Matisse. I almost look at kind of the Chelsea situation like a few years ago, where you almost had a dressing room full of leaders, and then a couple of years later, the last one left was Azpilicueta, and since then it's basically a kindergarten running around.
Yeah,
there's no real leaders, and I'm thinking, could it end up kind of in that situation where City's going?
Well, you have to
players, but there's no real leaders all throughout that dressing room.
Look at the treble team. The team that won the treble. Who was the leader in that team?
Diaz and Rodri, I agree. But then Rodri, obviously coming back from his injury, we don't know what his level is going to be like. And no doubt he'll still be a leader. But just having kind of those two leaders lead an entire transition era. Whereas with Liverpool, I was kind of naming 4 or 5 still players playing at their top level, still moving that team forward into that next era.
And the thing is, Diaz picks up a lot of injuries as well. Stones is not even going to get started on the amount of injuries he picks up. So these are spine players if they're fit, but that's a big if. So that's a massive kind of factor in whether or not you're going to be able to be consistent.
The problem we've got is once the injuries start coming in like this season, the last season before that, our centre-back partnerships and our back four was always rotating. So you had Josko Gvardiol at left back one game, then you'd have a rest, you'd have Nathan Ake there, Akanji would play right back, then Walker would play there, then it'd be Diaz and Akanji at centre back, and he managed it well for the workload. At the minute, he can't do that. You've got Josko Gvardiol playing every single game because there's no left back. You've got Mateus Nunes playing every single game because we've got no right back. And the centre-back partnership, John Stones has just come back from injury, been forced back in, and you've got Akanji. So there's not that rotation there. So it's a knock-on effect. So they're picking up knocks. John Stones will be injured again. I don't want to wish him any harm, but in the next month, he's injured again. This is the problem. This season is about get to the fucking end of the season and get in the top 4. We're going to win some. We're going to lose some. We're going to surprise people. We're going to get surprised. We know that. And next season, it's got to be a full summer, a rebuild, Pep getting it all together, mix and match it, see what he seems, and go again. And that's what I believe he'll do.
You think you'll make top 4?
I think we'll just scrape it the way we're playing because it's 2 steps forward. 1 step forward, 2 steps back at the minute. You go and beat Chelsea and you think, okay, fair enough. But we're giving Chelsea gifts. You know what I mean? Then the next game, you go into Ipswich. But then you go into Brentford, you're 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go. It's 2-2. So this is what I'm saying. The consistency levels are not there. It's the mistakes. Phil Foden in that game yesterday passed the ball to you 3 times, put you clear 3 times. I believe Erling Haaland scores that goal, and if Partey doesn't score that goal after 5 minutes, we have a chance then to dig in a little bit and settle and maybe have a go at the game. The Partey goal killed us. It was too quick. They didn't fucking... First of all, we didn't get settled in the game. We've given them a goal. Then we get ourselves back in the game, and then bang, we give them a goal again. That's when you know you're dead. Because it's finished then. You didn't give the crowd time to get on their backs. You didn't give our crowd time to get behind them and maybe create a couple of chances and get the game going. They just killed us. So as soon as Partey scored, it was game over. Game over.
Do you look at any of the players differently after yesterday? Because you're a man of fight, and none of the players were showing any real fight.
I'm embarrassed. I seen Ortega just fucking stand there and let goals fly past him, blaming everyone else. I've seen people letting people cut inside. I've seen people getting pushed off the ball. It's not comfortable for me to watch. It's not comfortable for me to watch, but I feel like the players are at the lowest point now. And I feel like GRIZZ has been there the same. The players that you know what that's in there and it's not in there. You know what I mean? You're watching them thinking, fucking hell, what's happened to Fabinho? What's happened to him? His legs have gone. Matip, what's happened to Matip? The season before that, they're fucking walking through walls for you. And this is what I'm happening this season. A lot of them players feel sorry for themselves. They've had it too good for too long. The levels have been too high. We're Man City. We'll get through it. We've got this mentality. Now they ain't got it. They're all patched up in square
pegs in round holes.
Putting in round holes, and it don't quite mix right, and the chemistry's not there. And some of them are trying to hide. Some of them don't want to play. Some of them don't want the ball. Some of them do want the ball. This is where you find out who's got the balls. And I feel like he knows in his head who's got the balls. And I think end of the season, he'll clear them out, the ones he needs to, and he'll bring in what he needs to bring in.
I want to bring up Lewis Skelly, man. I'm tired of waiting. Bruh, I want to talk about Lewis Skelly and even Wanyeri, because the last goal is a carbon copy of what he did in midweek. These two players, as a rival, as a hater, I'm smiling. I like these guys, man. And I really hate the fact that I like these guys. Bro, it makes me angry, you know, that I like these guys. When Lewis Skelly did that celebration, I was smiling ear to ear. I said, what the fuck is wrong with me? I need to calm down. We
need that, bro. We need that, Matisse.
I had a vision, I had a vision that these two might play in the 8 together one day with a holding midfielder. We were talking about Arsenal midfield. You've been speaking about all season, Turkish, about how flat that midfield is. It doesn't have any attacking impetus. It doesn't have any creativity. I had a moment that today I only got hit by a car thinking about it. I was just thinking about bloody Lewis Skelly as an 8 in the left midfield position, as when Yerian. People are honking their horns. Yo, get on the road. I said, yo, fuck. I said, you're shit, man. God, snap out of it. I said, I have to wake up, man.
I can almost imagine it, guys. Can you imagine
it? Saka on the right wing, man. Yeri in the pocket. Lewis Skelly. Get Calafiori back in with them shots. I said, yo, shit.
I want to skip there still.
I know it's gloomy right now. And listen, I do think Liverpool are going to win it. But in a time where the project or the phase 8 or whatever you want to call it, you're thinking, yo, it's getting a bit stale now. The signings ain't really hitting.
Right. Yeah.
There ain't these two breaking in. Wow.
Turkish, you best hold on to them, man. Because we got a couple of United so far. So let's hold on to them.
Man, you're getting the side dishes, bro. Don't ever come
well, you best hold on to them, man. Because we've been snatching some chains lately.
Chains you snatching, bro? What wooden chains you been snatching, bro?
I've been shacking, man.
I'm gonna. All right, that's fine. No, Matisse is right to shout the youngsters, and I've said Wanyeri. No, I don't know how to say his name, man. And Wanyeri,
yeah.
I think Wanyeri is ridiculous talent. Like he's ridiculous talent. He should be playing in the Arsenal team week in, week out. But I got to shout out Declan Rice, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of them, Grizz. Party and Rice. I thought they were
Party was magnificent. But Partey, so Partey stood out because he was magnificent. That's Rice every game, pretty much. That's what I love about Rice. Like, Partey has games where Arsenal fans go mad and mad frustrated, right? But Rice, because I said it a few weeks ago where I said Rice is the most important Arsenal player, and everyone was like, shut up, man, blah, 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 blah. You take out Rice out of that team, you are not even in a title race. I'm telling you that now. Declan Rice was a one-man wrecking machine. He was doing assists with his tackles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He was creating chances by pressing, if you know what I mean. That guy is a modern definition of a box-to-box engine, Premier League, what you need in a Premier League title race. And yesterday he bossed that show. I know Partey stood out because Partey's performances dip up and down. So when he plays well, he stands out. But no one notices Declan Rice that much. I do. His deliveries are on a different level. His corners.
That's that quick pass, for the goal.
On a different level. And there's criticism about his passing forward.
But people force that, though, because he's not that guy. So why am I judging him like that guy? He breaks up play. He's a monster in midfield. He covers ground. He can do the box-to-box role very well, and he can clean up in front of the defense even better. That's what Declan Rice is. Men are saying, where's the Pirlo passes or the Xavi? It's not him.
Not him.
For what he does, bro, Rice is cold. Obviously, the 100 million tag that comes into play, and football's gone. Tags and price tags, forget about them now because no one's worth the money that they're going for. Rice,
that comes with added pressure, and he's dealt with that. That comes with the reason why teams were City were ready to pay that kind of money. We were ready to pay that kind of money. So the 3 best teams, probably in Europe when he was available, wanted him and wanted to pay 100 million for him. That's how important all the top coaches, all the top clubs thought about this guy. Is ridiculous, man. He's ridiculous. I hate it as well.
I think
I hate it as well. I fucking hate it.
You see, back to Lewis Skelly as well. I want to see him in D8, but I like that he comes in as the extra midfielder. I think that suits him well. Takes the attention away. He's one of our best dribblers as well. Like, funnily enough, what is he? 18. He's beaten, man. 2-3 man in midfield. He's driving through. I like the position he's in now, albeit I think he can fill in the 8 role, even the 6 role. But obviously, if the rumors of Zubimendi are true, that's finished. There's no 6 future for MLS. But in terms of what he's doing, the level he's showing there, Nwaneri's going to get the credit. He's an attacker. He's coming into a team crying out for creativity, crying out for a moments guy, crying out for Nwaneri. Whereas MLS is coming into a team where defensively, for the last couple of years, we've been top 1, top 2. And he's coming seamless. He's coming and, you know, the Calafiori, he has to earn his place back if possible. Lewis Skelly's been one of the shining lights this season. That guy, he's up there. He's up there. He's a baller. He's going to be a baller for many years for both club and country.
And listen, when you think about the pool of left backs in the Premier League now, like, it's not that good. Do you know what I mean? And it's really
I don't know, you know, there's like Robinson.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so we're done.
Vardio.
Exactly. Like you're
Cucurella been good this season.
You're stopping at me.
Blue Moon just messaged me, said he's been blocked off the mods, man.
Mods, Jesus, it's all hell break loose today, isn't it?
It's some fucking Arsenal conspiracy in it. So one of my guys wants to come on and defend Big Steve, and you're blocking him.
He's your guy now.
Is that what it is? You know what I mean? Listen, he's got Blue Moon in his name. I'm out here on my own, mate. We've got all these fuckers in the chat giving me shit, and one of my own wants to say it, and you're blocking him. Is this a closed shop? Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a dictatorship, mate. I'll tell you that.
I know what I'm saying. It's like, yeah,
it's the only fan there. Yeah,
watch the first 2 minutes of the mob when we score and see GRIZZ, see Matisse, and see Tobs. Yeah, and then you'll know being the only man in the room fighting for yourself, fighting.
You know what? Yeah.
Them three, disgusting. All three.
I can't lie. I hear that, man.
What?
Yeah.
I had to be right.
Poor Blue Moon, man. Free Blue Moon, man.
Don't worry. I'll try to sort that. Skull, if you're available, message me. If you can try going to the background community, try get Blue Moon unblocked. If possible. If you can't, then I'll get it done. Blue Moon.
Find out who blocked him so we can block him.
Massive retaliation.
Soldiers are working hard today. I can't even lie to you. I big up 9.6K in the building. Hit that like button, people, if you haven't done so already. But yeah, I think Partey was as good as Rice yesterday. The amount of interceptions in a different.
Will he get a new deal? Will he get a new deal? Turkish, do you reckon?
No.
Listen, obviously there's a lot of rumors about off-field stuff, which I'm not going to delve into.
Yeah, of course.
You know, at this moment in time, all they are is you know, hearsay and bag of chat. So until we know the definitives, that seems to potentially be playing a part. But if we're talking about performances, of course you sign him up for another year. Of course you do. He's been available and he's been our best midfielder.
That's what I'm saying. I would.
So of course you give
still more, but it's still, bro. You've got to keep him.
Go back to Chelsea and coach or something. Whereas Partey can.
The fuck?
He likes that. He wants to coach, bro. You lot need that extra, you know, Chelsea legend, isn't it?
Okay.
Isn't he?
Bro, man.
Brother, I need a defensive coach. I need a goal scoring coach. That's the only things I need.
He's on that Sky One show.
Both boxes. Both boxes. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, but aside from that, who else we talking? Gabriel said we've done them. Raya's another game. Moments. 1-1, He made a big save, the header, instinctive. He hits the bar, a bit fortunate, but he made a couple saves again. I think Raya again being consistent this season, like up there as one of our best performers.
That was unlucky when it looked like it was going to drop under the bar, and Haaland was just going to nod it in, and it hit the bar, didn't it, on the top of the bar?
Yeah, just flicked it, took it away from him. And yeah, overall, listen,
keep on winning, man. That's it.
That's all we can do, man. I mean, I'm looking at that Liverpool Etihad trip, and I'm hoping the players are not like Steve. I'll be honest with you.
We're hoping for Everton, man, as well, man. I'm telling you, Everton.
No, but because like Bernardo Silva came out after the Arsenal game at the Etihad and said what he said, about Liverpool and that's the real rivalry and whatnot. I need them players to show that that's the real rivalry. 2 weeks. You man show that's the real. Forget what Steve's saying. Yeah, that whole ability. Nah, show Liverpool. Yeah, that you man are still something. Show Liverpool that you can still have a say, regardless.
You must be embarrassed though, Turkish, as an Arsenal fan, to go into work at AFTV with that guy there with that fucking shirt that says number 9, stay humble on the back.
Do you see me in videos with him?
No, I'm just going to say though. But so this is the kind of these are giving you a bad name. These people. This is what I'm saying. There's Arsenal fans. I don't know him. And the Arsenal, some of them are like, mate, this is what it was dealing to. This is what I'm saying. That you know what I mean. It's you've got to win. You've got to agree with me when I say to be strutting around doing that kind of shit. You've got to be winning trophies. Otherwise, you're going to look like a bunch of massive bellends at the end of the season.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not trolling. I'm saying the same because if my team was doing that and we won fuck all, I just wouldn't know what to fucking do with myself. You know what I mean?
Word on the street is that's Levy's evil twin.
on Levy.
Have you heard that though? That rumor.
My man, just in time.
Hey, brother.
Oh, it's in New York. Is it New York?
I came to flog a certain Somalian, and his name's not FUAD.
It's Somali, not Somalian.
His name's not FUAD.
Somali. Say Somali.
I came to flog a certain Somali. You made a video.
Trying to cut this guy, but we got FUAD.
You made a fucking video. You made a video. It's Tottenham, innit? It's Tottenham, innit? It's Tottenham, innit?
I need 2v2.
It's Tottenham, innit? You lot are broke boys. You're broke boys. You're broke boys. The great Man United. You couldn't even get Tell over the line.
You don't even want Tell.
Nah, bro. Nah, brother. Do you know what's crazy? I was in so I told you I had the workshop. So
Tobs, can I cut you for a sec, please?
Go on.
Don't come on this show and speak about the bullshit that are Tottenham and Man United when we're talking about City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
No. I need to.
Don't come here and do that, bro.
I said I'm gonna jump on whenever the show's going, and I have to shit on SAEED. I have to. He was talking so much crap. Like he was talking so much shit about Tottenham. He was giving us so much
give credit to Levy for making that deal happen.
No. Fuck Levy, because from what I heard, no. Don't tell me about no Levy. Because from what I heard,
I feel like I've lost brain cells in the last minute.
Are you going to give credit to Levy? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah?
We were having such a graceful discussion.
No, Matisse, brother.
Now it's
you will return to your graceful discussion. I just wanted to come in here and slap this brother. Because he was chatting shit, bro. He was chatting shit. He was at me everywhere, bro. I didn't even look for trouble. He was plastering everything everywhere. So now his failure needs to be put on the jumbo screen. I'm sorry. I came out of my workshop to not only hear that Tottenham have beaten Man United to Tell. I thought it was just a loan with no obligation. Already I had clowns in my comments saying, oh, it's a dry loan. You ain't even got an option. Only to find out it's with an option. It's with an option. And it's with an option that was less than the fee that we agreed. So I'm like,
my owner, Levy, my owner.
Hang on a second.
Saeed, you know the Concaves have never left me like
I said, no. I said, hang on a second. No way have the great Man United let Tottenham beat them to Tell, agree the buy option, which they pretended wasn't there, yeah, and for less money. How does that feel? And you lost to Crystal Palace, you piece of shit. Yeah,
brother, you know where you are in the league. Relax, man.
And also, all the my final point on this, yeah, you've had a lot of chat for Ange being sacked, and rightly so. He's done a terrible job. But when are we going to shine a spotlight on your boy? He's lost to Brighton at home. He's been battered by Bournemouth at home. He's lost to Forest at home. He should have lost to Southampton at home. How many home losses is this guy going to take for you to understand that he's not just going to come in, wave his magic wand, and it's done? When are we going to put the spotlight on your manager? Because every single time I come on Midday Live, it's always about Ange getting sacked. When are we going to put the spotlight on Ruben Amorim? When? Is it a colour thing? Is it a Portuguese thing? Yeah? According to you, it's a Portuguese thing.
It's an obrigado thing, man.
Obrigado, yeah? Ooh, that's all I want to say.
What's going on there? What's this pre-cooking, man? Yo, listen. Let's get to Superchats, man.
I'm done. Peace.
Nah, love, man.
Bruv, this guy came in and just ransacked the place.
Yo, man, it was artillery. Nah, shout out Tobs,
Bro, I
man.
didn't even know he was coming.
I've been saying things online, innit? And I was like, yo, what's going on? You're not getting tell. So, but nah, yeah, it's deserved.
But just know, look at what Levy's done to our guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's the credit?
That's the happiest he's been for a little while. Nice.
And now he's believing the Daily Mail and all that. Yeah, man, get out of here.
Let me do super chats because I've got 59 super chats here. I'm gonna tell people now. I'm gonna try to do the Arsenal City ones first and get them.
Am I getting a pay rise?
Your contract's still midterm, man. It's still, you know.
I know I get 25% of every super chat.
No, wait, man. We'll negotiate. May, man. Come May.
Yeah.
Transition year, Steve. Transition year.
Reset.
Yeah. Drago said, just here to watch Steve waffle deflect gaslight for 40 minutes in the guise of rattling Arsenal fans. Made sardines out of the Sharks. Light work, we move.
I hope you was playing bingo, Drago.
Nasco says, legendary stream yesterday. Turkish with a match reaction for the ages. SAEED, we're in the mud again. I know Amarim said we will suffer, but still. Yeah, end the season, Dave. So mad. Yeah, I'll save that Chelsea one there. Litty Committee says, big up you, man. Little Steve, I know you're on a relapse this season, but take the L and handle it like a grown-ass man like the rest.
Thanks for that.
That's Liverpool, big up. I'm going to save them ones for when it's time. Bill says, how is David Silva Foden's mentor? And he's got no, what's this word?
Fuck knows.
What's that mean?
What that is, man.
And he's got no
new football film or something. I
don't know, man. All he does is turn, shoot, cross. Guy can only play at one tempo. Oh, and if Bruno's a rat, what is Bernardo? Yeah.
Yo, he's dirty, man. Bernardo, one thing about him, he's dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. Tobs is still in the chat. John says the average ticket price for the fans yesterday was £100 plus. But oh God, no, don't celebrate beating the defending champs 5-1. That would be blasphemous. Who's this? Mookie says SAEED was down so bad today with transfer news. He was opening packs online. SAEED Bomba, Saliba, and Saka to United. Is that what you're doing?
I saw him, man. It was a sad day. I come onto his stream looking for the exclusives, looking for the bombers.
He's doing
there. He's opening packs. I said, what the fuck is going on here, bro?
Bro,
it's onion rings. Doritos. You didn't invite me round.
Brother's playing tic-tac-toe and shit.
Saliba.
Bright.
The tie was immaculate, though. He had a black shirt on, right?
Yeah, gone.
Oh, is it?
And he had a black shirt and a yellow tie. Like it was. Like people need to see. Yes, people need to see it.
Nah, gone, man, gone. After the second stream, it was gone.
Man was looking slickers.
Gone. Individual channels are there, people. So you better be showing some love. I shouldn't need to remind you. Hit that like button whilst we're at it. Bright Adame says, met Big Steve at Euston Station on the way to the game. Such a humble guy. Hey.
Arsenal fan him as well, and we had a good chat. But get on this, I was on the train this morning, and I was stood up with my hood up, and the guys behind me, two guys, were listening to my match reaction on the phone, and the guy was saying, I fucking hate this guy. He pisses me off. And I was stood right next to him. He didn't even fucking know it was me. Yeah. And my hood up and that, my hoodie on and that. So I'm thinking Arsenal fans on the station today. Yeah, he's going, I fucking hate this guy. And he's going, yeah, I fucking hate him. And they're watching my match reaction on a thing, man. Funny as fuck. I couldn't turn around and go, lads, there's no need for that. But one of them was a right big fucker, and I thought, I ain't getting into this.
Big up for Dami, man. And Steve is, listen, Steve, I don't know the perception people have online. I get it. But Steve is, if you ever see him, he's a very welcoming person. So big up, Steve. John says, Neville criticizing Gabriel for retaliating says more about him if he'd let someone throw a ball at his head and do nothing about it. The thing is, Gary Neville wouldn't let someone throw a ball at his head and do nothing about it. He would kick, he would, do the dirty tackles, or he'll run to Roy Keane and snitch. We've seen it before. So he can talk his talk, but he's done bullshit as well. Liverpool fans, just the badge, like, what's he talking about? Sometimes Gary's, you know, he goes a bit too far.
Neville was one of the worst, mate, for that.
Yeah.
Neville, one of the worst.
He was, to be fair.
He was. Like, for him to say that is cheeky. All Gabriel did was laugh in Haaland's face. It wasn't like it became fisticuffs or anything physical, which I wouldn't have minded.
If anything, that era of player would respect any form of shithousery.
Of course. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong.
That was peak shithousery era. That was brilliant. It was cinema.
Yeah.
So he should know.
Blake says, I've never seen a fan base tell someone who has won it all to stay humble while winning nothing. The gift that keeps on giving. 93% on top, and City still won with 2 games to spare. And Blake, I don't know if you're related, but 2 Blakes in a row, says Turkish. Look at you creaming over beating City in a transitional year. Remember your Arsenal, yeah? You will crumble. You always do. 4 in a row. Well, I wasn't creaming myself, but since you said 4 in a row, we can bring this out as well. You ain't got a gold one still for all those in a row ones still. And it was 4 in a row in the second half as well, Blake. If you want me to start creaming over the transitional year win. But yeah, 4 in a row has become a thing. It's nice. John says the only attacker Arsenal have added in the last year to win the league is someone City said wasn't good enough 3 years ago. Pathetic board with no ambition.
Don't start him off. Don't start him off on that shit. Oh shit.
we ain't got the time for that, people. We ain't got the time. AK says Arsenal fans are embarrassing. Please act like you've been here before. Nothing is won when you beat City. Relax, little bros. Focus on Liverpool. Stay humble. But you know what? You answer the question. A lot of them haven't been here. A lot of them haven't, once seen the club win stuff. So me, okay, I've seen the club win stuff, but a lot of these fans that are on social media now, they haven't, and that's the problem, and that's where the disparity comes between even someone like me or someone like what you're describing there. And Vegan Sports Bar says the City versus Arsenal rivalry is meaner than the City Liverpool rivalry was. Why is this?
Because people throwing balls at people's heads. It's not nice.
It is a bit tastier for sure. Why didn't it ever get tasty like that with Liverpool? Was because I know it was it was the whole rock and roll versus Pep Star.
I don't think it ever did. I think the games were just obviously it was so tight neck and neck. I think the players had a lot of respect. I don't think the City and Arsenal players respect it. I don't think they do. And you couldn't chat. Liverpool and City both winning trophies at the same time. Liverpool won Champions League, City won league. So, and if this is just a case of it's mad because one team, what Haaland did throwing ball at people's heads and all that, it's shit that. I get it, it's shit. And I'd be pissed off if they did it to us. So I get that. But the stay humble thing and now with the celebration, that's just going to get worse, tit for tat. Haaland's dad got involved as well yesterday.
Yeah, I see it. The tweet.
So listen, but what I said before, they've teed themselves up now. So
yeah, we've got to be ready for what
comes. Arsenal, if Arsenal don't win anything, everyone's going to be on them now about this stay humble and that. And then City will do something, and then everyone will be on City, and that's what's gonna be mad. No, I don't think any bad tackles or nasty shit went on. It's just little petty things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the worst that happened was the Bernardo Silva little moment, but that was it. There wasn't nothing nasty. Nami says, Arsenal fans, please save your pounds, dollars on the super chats responding to Steve. He doesn't deserve it today. He said, nice try, Diddy. Why do people say that on all these Timu posts and that? Nice try, Diddy. And have you seen that on Instagram?
No.
None of you men have seen that. Some of these posts that are selling, these random things on Alibaba and that, you'll see everyone saying, nice try, Diddy. Nice try, Diddy. I don't get it. I'm out of touch. Nasco says, nah, Steve is generational, uncookable, full respect to this noisy neighbor. Big up Nasco. Steve, stop. I set myself a challenge to have a shot every time you mention treble winners or 4 in a row. I'm halfway through a bottle of Don Julio. Take it easy, man.
You don't have a shot every time someone says stay humble or second because you'd be fucked.
Carlos says big 6 wins are the bread and circus for Arsenal fans. No major trophies, no key signings, but Kroenke tamed you very well, like puppies. It reminded me that the window's fucking 43 minutes closed, whereas is. Nikita, big up the panel. I think the 5-1 slapping might turn out to be a blessing in disguise because it forced Tiki to pay up the 60 mil to sign Gonzalez. If we won yesterday, we would probably still be haggling over the fee.
It's a point, actually.
Clubs
and I think if we dropped points yesterday, something would have happened for us. You know, that's
but if you had dropped points, you'd be out of it, and then whatever you did would have been irrelevant. So,
do you reckon there's going to be any last minute ones that we haven't heard all day, where we just in like 40 minutes something just mad happens? I know Willian just signed for Fulham or something on a free. That's a random one.
I think the window is just dead, man. Like it's just been dead this January. Nothing's going on.
FFP shit, mate. It's been dead.
Yeah,
and that's the Villa, the loans and whatnot.
Big up Nikita. Zion says, big up everyone. Steve, I can't lie, the believe talk banged last week. Send that to the lawyers, maybe they'll believe and help win your case in court.
It upset a few that last week. But hey ho, that's what I'm here for. It's my job.
Michael, big up. Steve is acting like City's always beat the best version of Arsenal. Just want rivals that you can pat on the head like Liverpool. Remember where you started, Oldham of the Premier League.
Yeah, we pat everyone in the head for the last 4 years, our kids. So don't worry about that.
Elisa in the building. Steve, shut it and take your L. We'll see how things evolve for City's crime family. Your expenditure and 9-year contracts don't fool me. You're a good guy on synthetic.
Hold on a minute. Is this guy Elisa who sends in £50 super chats talking about crime families? Let's get your tax return out here and let's have a look at that, Elisa. Yeah, because you definitely ain't fucking working 9 to 5, our kid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Crime family, Elisa.
You know what I'm saying? Get the Batman. Give me a name and address. Let's send the Batman round, yeah, and see what's going on there. You know what I mean? $49.99, Elisa. Crime family. Calm down, fucking Pablo Escobar.
Michael says, big boss baby is rattled. Don't worry, Steve. You've already brought your way back to being competitive again. Prawn Sandwich Brigade will be back soon. John again. Well, different John, actually. Sorry, Steve. You speak sense, but if there's no rivalry, then why did your fans and players celebrate a 95th minute equalizer versus 10 men if it's a team you have no rivalry with?
Well, all I'm going to say is, have you ever seen a team score a 95-minute equalizer and everyone just stand there and no one do anything? No. So we celebrate the equalizer. We didn't celebrate the game. It was poor. We drew. We should have won.
Anurag says, last week Steve said he would love it next year if they buy both Musiala, Wirtz, and the team is Rodri, Musiala, Wirtz, Haaland, Marmoush, Savinho. My question to you, Steve, is where is Foden? Will you accept 80 million from Bayern?
No, Foden will be there. Don't worry. He will be there.
Nasco again. Steve said Arsenal didn't believe enough in Bournemouth's win. I'm dying. And AFC Max. Just wait, Steve. Watch what happens to this Liverpool team at Anfield. We taught City a footballing lesson. Newcastle and Liverpool next. So all this talk with hot air at the end of the season.
Oh shit! That's one of them Ashburton Army guys who dress in black and have flares like CSKA Moscow. Got a big bunch of shit houses that never turned up yesterday. And 400 Mancunians walk right through your fucking stadium.
Jesus Christ.
What, you didn't do AFTV yesterday? I thought you were going to try and get there.
Couldn't get round there, mate. The police blocked the whole thing off and it's like, the other way, go the other way. It was like, going round there, mate. It was like, go the other way. I was like, I ain't going the other way, mate.
Yeah, because they messaged me because I told them you're going to try and pass through. We're there. Big up Max as well, by the way. We're there when we win. We'll be there when we lose. Honestly, it's all in our head. For 70 minutes, all we gave up were our own silly mistakes. Then when the third went in, heads dropped. We need stability ASAP. And he also adds, let's relax here with, quote, this is a multiple window job to fix. Rodri, Diaz, Ake, Doku, Bob, new signings. When we get our heads on straight, we'll be fine. Big up Aston says, hey Steve, City, Pep, it's up. This ain't Liverpool. No kissing your way out of this. It's shit on sight. I'm gonna say shoot. Walk around the Emirates will slap you again. I expect the same energy in return. Talk your shit. We ain't going nowhere. And he adds,
listen, the videos are out on my channel, mate. 400 Holloway Road, walk down. No one slapped no one. Everyone was hiding in the pub and that and taking videos and shit.
No, I think he means on the pitch. That's yeah.
Oh yeah, let him have that, man. Maybe he can have that, man.
And Aston Mac TV, I know you've mentioned Liverpool for whatever reason, but you know that in that rivalry that we had over 5-6 years, we won 9 trophies. How many have you won?
Aston, you drew GRIZZ out. Don't do that.
How many have you won? We won 9 trophies. We won 9 trophies in that rivalry. We couldn't win the league because they won the league, but we won 9 trophies in that rivalry. 96 points, 92 points, 97 points. Have you reached 90 points? Send in another super chat, but you can send it like less than £5, so we don't have to read it out. We just put it up on the screen.
And you also
and $1 ones.
It's all love. Big up Steve and the panel, best in the biz. Come on, Aston.
Oh, wait.
Caleb says this. Oh, sorry. Arteta gets a lot of flack from some Arsenal fans for not developing players. How much credit does he get from Nwaneri and MLS? Big up the chat and the panel. Big credit MLS. He moved him into left back for sure. Nwaneri, I think, destined to be a star, and it was just about giving him his chance. So big credit for MLS. Gave him his chance, different position, slotted in, and he hasn't lost it since, even though we signed a player for that position in the summer. With Nwaneri, I think it was inevitable with him, in my opinion. But yeah, a lot's been said about that before. Carlton says, 0 ambition from Arsenal. You only have so many shots at titles. How many years are talents like Saliba going to wait while Kroenke cap? 18 months, bro. 18 months, we've got problems. Pep wanted to give this legendary group a shot at 5 straight, and now they're going out on their shields. No shame in that. Back before you know it.
We're dying on the battlefield with arrows all in our chest and that, like, but we're here, man.
10. Another 6 months with Drossard and Martinelli on the wings. Can't wait. Zenith, Steve, you complain about a lack of rotation, but let's be real. Only City could afford a luxury rotation in past years. Every other team has had to grind through the season with the same core.
Yeah, because we spent well, built a good squad. Well, is what it is.
Jay Singh says, if no call-in show is coming, then just run me the link in the next show and let me cook. Need to correct some Arteta slander. Satisfying when we move. There is a call-in show coming real soon, but calm down with the whole just run me the link stuff. Like, what the hell is this, bro?
It's a free for all, brother.
I just said
that's what you do on my channel, man.
Just run it, man.
That's how you TV that, man.
Yeah, man, just run anything can go around here. It's crazy.
I'm threatened, I feel like there's something about to pop off, bro. If I don't run this link.
Run me the link, man, before I slap off them hair follicles off your head.
Them they nearly went back yesterday. Still, I can't lie to you. That 1-1 was looking peak. A little hair, bro. We might need a follow-up. Where are we? Content Universe says, I'm a bit behind, about 15 minutes in. Steve, as always, blockbuster. Much love and respect to you all. Best football show in the history of YouTube.
Hit the likes then, man. Hit the likes for the best.
Yeah. Hit that like button, people. Big up Aston again. Odegaard is the most important. Most important player in the Arsenal team. We have not lost a game since he's been back. My captain, no question. Still love Rice though. I don't agree.
You take out Rice out of that team and you're not even in a title race. I'm telling you for a fact.
I don't agree, man. Odegaard's been key, but I think look at our performance. Look, Saka won us games without Odegaard. Odegaard struggled without Saka. So I think Saka and Saliba, and then Saka are probably the most. For me, Saliba. I think Saliba's most important.
Listen, if you sign Zubimendi and Nwaneri can play in the 10, I don't know.
But again, Odegaard 8. I'm gonna keep on saying it. One day maybe we'll get that crowd, but yeah, for now I don't. Yeah, I don't see it. Turkish says Violins in the chat. When my joke club went on their 22-game losing streak, I took a sabbatical, but with Brentford schooled, I'm shamelessly back. The clock is still ticking. 111 days, 4 hours, 22 minutes for that major. Brother, I've addressed this at the start of the season, bro. So you're counting for no reason. But yeah, let me know when the buzzer lands. Chelsea, actually no, it's not Chelsea. Jay Singh, Mr. Run me the link. Matisse, big up recognizing MLS and Ethan. These boys are the truth. Ranieri, 7 starts, 7 goals, and MLS any position and shine. Steve, when Rodri comes back, he will be 29 after a long-term injury. Do you think he comes back the same player?
29, Ross.
That's gone.
You never know.
Jesus,
hopefully,
Lord.
You never know.
GRIZZ is 29. GRIZZ is ready to put a bet on this.
Midfield's not too bad though.
Fernandinho's 38, mate.
Fernandinho is a freak. Fernandinho, I don't think got an injury.
Hold on. And Rodri's not a freak?
Yeah, but did Fernandinho ever get an injury that big?
Rodri's not a freak.
He was until the injury. Let's see after the
This
injury.
is the same panel last week as well that told me that Marcus Rashford would not sign for Aston Villa because Unai Emery is not that manager.
Yeah,
did you not say that after I told you that was going to happen?
Listen,
Bomber.
Listen, we all saw what happened to the great
sources, man.
We all saw what happened to the great Callum Hudson-Odoi after injury, so it can happen to anyone.
Now, Rodri's a specimen, and listen, you never know in these injuries. You never know. Sometimes you've seen players over the years come back and you think, oh, he's lost a bit. I hope that's not the case. This is why I hope City don't rush him back. All this nonsense about registering for Champions League, putting videos of him running on the treadmill and that. Fuck that shit. Let him just make sure he's ready, man.
Libak says, the irony. Steve, were Arsenal the world's best team when you were slapping us around? It's about time Arsenal finally put you to the sword. And we did. T Must says, big up Turkish. It's your younger cousin from your pup's side. Well, this is a nice welcome. Do you think Arteta should take the blame? Big up, by the way. Obviously, I don't know my dad's side, but big up. You know, I believe you, since you know the that deep meaning there. But we moved. Do you think Arteta should take the blame for signing Havertz, knowing we needed a 9? Of course. That is on him. That's not on the Kroenke. He chose to spend that money on Havertz. You know, that's why a certain percentage of blame does go to Mikel. But the chunk of the percentage goes to the Kroenkes for sure. Haaland pointed to the champion's badge was enough because he's him. Hamza says, white privilege is crazy. Rice finally has a good game against the top 5 worst midfield in the league and gets praised for it. Caicedo and Gravenberch do way more for their team and get praised way less for it. By who?
Grizz, you're going to get in trouble again. I've never seen as many comments in last show of Grizz.
Fucking hell, we'll never speak about our own teams today.
Oh, yeah. The eating. Yeah. Grizz, they don't like it, man.
I know.
Yeah, you got cussed out, I'll be real.
But the thing is, I can never hear him eating when we're talking. Like, I don't know.
I reckon someone's got 100 inch TV and Grizz is about fucking 4 or 5 inches wide on it, and then it's like really pissing him off.
Do they hate it?
They absolutely hate it. You were getting absolutely bollocking.
Like every comment was like, get rid of
Grizz. Do they really hate it?
Is it an underbelly thing, Grizz? Is it?
DJ TK says, Steve rewriting history, acting like Arsenal fans coins stay humble. Haaland said that to our manager. He deserves all the banter. And Dwayne says, it's crazy how Arsenal are getting the cooking. They just beat City 5. Arsenal didn't get cooked. Arsenal beat City 5-1. Deep that. I don't know. Also, City fans tried to act like they weren't on their way to their loss before Trossard got sent off at the Etihad. Oh shit! Big up Jaden Redmond in the chat as well. Hey lads, what a show! You guys are all world class, and I love you guys in the chat. Smash those likes, people. Hey JR, man, we haven't caught up in nearly 6 months, bro. So hopefully you're all good.
Big up JR, man.
I see you doing your thing. So yeah, message me, man. We'll talk and catch up for sure. Aston again says, Liverpool fans get so touchy when we talk about their girlfriend. I'm sorry, bro. I promise you she's a 10-10. That was obviously in reply. And big up T again. Do you think Arsenal need Partey contracting? Yeah, 100%, bro. Or cuz it's a revelation on the show. First time ever. What's this one about though?
just trying to. He's exercising his demons.
Is it not that white guy that does the Jamaican Yardie rapping thing?
Oh, is it?
Is that the lyric? Is that the lyrics?
Because it's nodding. So yeah.
Grizz listens to that shit in the car.
In the car.
It's a real yard, man.
I big up Eli as well. Moore and Ranieri going band for the next decade.
Yeah, man, slid in more, yeah.
And
who's more?
Mikey. Yeah, Mikey, yeah.
Mikey.
What's this one? Nasco says, I saw a report today from Spy Sports for a new Arsenal signing. Turkish, why did you rate the okay? I thought it said Sky, but yeah, I get you. Why did you rate the Windows 0? Yeah. Let me not go back to that, man.
No, man. Not about what's going on these days.
There's two here. Which one is it? I remember Steve guaranteeing City would still be. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it in May, even with bad form in November. Now riding Liverpool. Expressions.
November was the game. When did we play Arsenal?
Yeah, it wasn't November. It was when we played. Yeah.
I mean, and I said, yeah, we'll win the league, and then all the shit broke loose. So don't be a dickhead, Ray. Hammer time.
September or October, yeah, it was one of them. I remember the same thing here. Double super chat, so hopefully you can get on one of those. This is a reply to you, Grizz. This is the second time I've heard you say 9 trophies. I've counted on the wiki pages. It's 7 trophies and 8 if you count the charity shield.
I think you forgot a Super Cup in there as well. 9.
Pritesh, did you forget a Super Cup? Let us know. We move. There is no fixtures. Well, actually, it's Arsenal Newcastle. I ain't gonna say too much about that. We need an early goal. We get an early goal, then I think we've got it all to play for. But if Newcastle get the first goal, it's good night and it's off to Dubai. That's it, man. Yeah, we need to start. And you know, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We'll see what where we're at on Thursday. And we move. We might as well touch on Liverpool next. Bournemouth away, big win, Grizz. Extended the lead at the time. We all saw what the table would look like. All games played in hand and whatnot. You know, on SDS earlier, I told FUAD I wanted to mention that I feel like Salah's having an Henry type season. What I remember of watching Henry throughout a season where it's inevitable. After Clivert misses that chance, Salah comes and just bends it in. Henry used to have those moments galore, but then Fuizzi jumps in and says he's the GOAT and all of that. So I had to put the brakes on that. But Grizz, 2-0, job done. As is, 6 points ahead, game in hand. How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. Every game is a statement win. You know, people call about statement wins. I don't care if we beat Ipswich at home. I don't care if we beat Bournemouth away. Every win from now on onwards is a statement win for me. And these wins where the world is watching and thinking, yeah, this is where they're going to fuck up. Because trust me, Bournemouth, in my opinion, would have smoked 95% of the teams on the weekend. They played really good. We just played better. Our big dogs are standing up, man. Our big boys are coming to the front of the queue and saying, yeah, we want that. And that is that Premier League trophy, man. I know League Cup this week. I know Champions League is looking rosy. And I know we got Plymouth in the FA Cup, but I'll exchange all of that. Just that bring that Premier League title and wins like Saturday enforce your belief, man. It's all about that belief, remember? And they've got me believing. And Salah, yeah, I'm not going to talk about him. It's boring. It's literally boring now. There's a clip going around from the Bournemouth fan where he's managed to capture the clip, yeah, and he's doing a commentary while he's got the clip, and he's like, oh shit, he's gonna finesse it, isn't he? He's gonna finesse it, and then next minute, without no backlift, no nothing, for the people that say we watched the game with our eyes and not the stats, well, hope you watched him finesse that in. Because that was aesthetically pleasing, as well as I don't know how many what record can anyone tell me what record he broke this weekend? Because every week he broke records, man. But yeah, standouts, there wasn't really a standout. Everyone just played very, very, very good. But we're talking about, was it ACL? What's Rodri had?
ACL.
Yeah.
We're talking about ACLs and serious injuries and comebacks. I'm struggling to think of a better comeback than Virgil van Dijk's at the age as well, you have to remember. And at the level he's playing at, you have to remember. Because pre that injury, he was the greatest centre-back on the face of this earth, no question. He was Ballon d'Or levels. Let's not forget he was on that list, wasn't he? What do you call it when you stand on that podium? Podium?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was on that podium. With who? We already know who he was on the podium with. So that's the levels. And you guys, remember, you guys talked me into saying he's finished.
You have to stop blaming us for your L. This is where now in therapy, you know, I know it's been a long ride. You got to take this, bro.
Let me finish. You guys talked me into saying that he's never going to be the same again. Then not finished. He will never be the same again. How wrong I was. He's ridiculous at the moment. Virgil van Dijk is captaining the team and leading from the front, and he's making everyone laser focused. Because I'm telling you now, Bournemouth, we've seen the scalps they've taken, man. We've seen the scalps. They play serious football, and they don't give a shit about who you are, and they didn't give a shit who Liverpool were. So they play. Semenya, he has to be snapped up by a big club. All of them, man. There's a few of them. I'm telling you now. That Justin Kluivert, bad boy, and we know the Huijsen and Zubiani.
It's not a bad boy. It's not a bad boy.
Justin Kluivert.
No.
What do you know about bad boys?
Because that miss.
He's got plenty of bad boys at his club. They're all bad.
No, what do you know? What do you know about bad boys?
No, because that miss is unforgivable.
Yeah, but he's
sorry, man. I'm not. No. You man, see that miss.
You see that?
Honestly, I've seen worse, but it was bad.
It was bad, but that's that. You know how Arsenal fans done that Rice aura thing when remember 3 against 1, then they were saying, yeah, it was the Rice aura. I done something similar about Alisson. People didn't catch the bait, man. But it is what it is.
I feel like he done the same thing FUAD done.
What's
You're
that?
telling me that you think that because FUAD said that Clive missed because of Alisson's aura, basically. Are you saying the same thing?
We must have seen my tweet. Because I said it. Alisson's aura is ridiculous.
You man said the same. I can't believe
you lot make me sick, man.
Bullshit.
Alisson ain't got no aura, no? Alisson ain't got no...
But bro, his aura's there, bro. The goal's there, and
exactly the goal's there, bro. It's empty net.
What's his aura doing from down there?
Let me give me 1 second.
Goalkeepers have aura. Come on.
Let me give me 1 second to explain. Okay, just a few seconds to explain. When you have a goalkeeper like Alisson, and when you have a team like Bournemouth where they're scoring goals for fun and jokes and forwards coming into face and encounter this monster because he's a monster, what happens? What tends to happen? And we've all played football to a certain level, all right? What happens is you try to be that extra careful with your finish. You try to hit the corner. You try to be precise. Because you think it's Alisson, you think you can't do a normal finish, you have to do something special. Of course, I'm joking with that one in particular, but what I meant was overall. You know, see the chances that they had? They were trying to be too precise and too clever. And Alisson saved 2 big saves anyway, and people saying that's lucky. That's not lucky. A goalkeeper's job is to save goals. And if you've got Alisson in your team, that's what his job is. He's magnificent at it. But overall, man, I was so like everyone thought we're going to drop points. I think it reflected in your predictions as well. But yeah, man, boy, it's getting tasty now. I believe we need 9 wins. And people are thinking, what? How did you work that out? 9 wins. Because the rest of the 6 games, I don't expect us to lose. I expect us to catch a couple of draws, if not 3 at least. And that gets us to 86, 87 points. And Arsenal have to be perfect to reach. I believe the maximum you can get, I believe, unless I'm wrong, is 92.
92.
Yeah, I believe. I'm not sure. You guys know me, my stats.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the table now. So we're on 50 points from 24. What's that? 14? Is it 14 games left or 15?
15 games left.
14, yeah.
14. No, 15 games left. 15 games.
But you got a game.
Oh, you got 14 games. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, so 14, 28, 42. So 92 points is the max.
92 points you can get, yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at 86 points wins it, in my opinion. 86 wins it.
Yeah, 85, 86 should win it this year.
So I'm looking 9 points, 9 wins, and 3 draws and 3 losses, let's just say, for argument's sake. Doable? I think so.
Just depends on how it comes, innit? Depends on who slips up first. Because look, you've been close, whether that was a week or 2 ago.
Fine margins. Fine margins every week. Fine margins. But this is a tricky spell that both are going through. Our February's messy. We go away to Villa, City, Everton, and who's the other team we go away to?
Liverpool, City. Wait, say that again. City, Everton, and who?
We go away to Everton, Villa, City, and there's one more.
This month?
Yeah, Feb, yeah.
Yeah, this February.
And the fucking striker, man. You see our owners, bro. They're not on nothing.
Yeah. Who's the other team, people? Let me know in the chat, man. No, not Newcastle at home, but there's another team, man.
Everton, Wolves.
Leicester's at home. Wolves is at home. There's another team we go. Is it Leicester away? It might be Leicester away. But yeah, man. Yeah. Madness. Right now.
All right. Anyone got any questions, or shall I move to super chats?
Nah, no questions. No questions.
Straight in. John says
I'm right.
Liverpool have Everton, City with the new centre mid, Villa and Crystal Palace away. Added to Villa getting rescheduled because of the League Cup final and Champions League knockouts. It's not over yet. Bookmark this.
It's not over. It's not over. 9 games is a lot of games to win. 9 games. You have to win 9 games. Certain teams, you know what I mean, struggle to win games. Football can happen. Football's a humbler.
Certain teams here haven't won 9 games this season, have they?
No, I'm saying.
Mr. Nice Guy said.
He's chatting to 2 man.
Don't do that. What are we including the cups? Don't do that.
Matisse is that guy. Oh, I wouldn't have that.
Don't do that. Count my Europa League wins, bro. Count my Europa League wins, bro.
How did Clivert, as one of the most informed players in the league, miss that chance? Purple patch.
Aura.
Alisson Aura.
Uncle Grizz. Massum says, Uncle Grizz, we are ready with KY jelly at the Etihad. Run us through. You'll never walk alone. And all of that.
That's crazy.
Man called me uncle and then went on to talk like that.
Yeah, he went on to just.
Nephew, I'm ashamed of you, nephew.
Big up Zoeb. He says, big up to Turkish and SDS. Can't believe you managed to sit through Fu Izzy's waffle about Salah and Alisson. Well,
what did he say about Salah and Alisson?
We just sat through the Alisson part again, but yeah, big up.
What did he say? What's the waffle about Salah and Alisson, Zoeb?
He said that he just tell us the GOAT basically straight away.
It's not waffle, is it? He can be contended. You can talk about one of the GOATs.
GJ says Mohamed Salah weirdly overlooked many times for Ballon d'Or, but surely if Liverpool win the league, he has to be a front runner. Yeah.
Is he?
Oh, we'll see. He's gonna deserve it if you don't do it, though. I can't lie to you because
you won't get it. Man named Mohammed won't get it.
Nah, I know what you mean.
Never get it. He will never get
it. The way he's moving this season.
He's got a hair transplant this time round. Yeah, man's looking slick. Okay, he might. Yeah, he might get it. He might get to the front pages of a few magazines now that he's got that hairstyle. Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's it on Liverpool Superchats, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is. Can we keep it moving on to the next one? Next one being.
Oh, just get over and done with, man.
Let's get it over and done with, man.
Yeah, man.
What did you
say, man?
What did you like? What what do you want us to say, man? I mean, you just
there's a lot to talk about. It's not brushing it off, and we're not doing just brush it off. There's a lot to talk about, and
what are you telling us?
No, I feel like there's a lot that you guys want to get off your chest.
I don't have shit to say.
You don't.
Honestly, you're just embarrassing. Like,
what?
That's it. You're just embarrassing.
Come on, guys, man.
You're embarrassing.
Steve, you got nothing for us? Steve, you want to cook United?
I don't want to get involved in it. It depresses me.
Bro, I'm giving you the artillery. Grizz,
bro, I don't know. Like, how can I shoot at something that's already dead? Like, how can I kill something that's dead? It doesn't make sense.
Do it more.
How have you not signed any players? Like, you've got rid of Rashford and Martial and Anthony and that. I mean, Scruffy Jim, how he's now known in Manchester after trying to get the council to pay for stadiums and shit. When you're a billionaire, the Ineos era, Omar, Wilcox, all this. We've gone through this. What's going on there with Scruffy Jim? The rats are still there. They're feasting good. I mean, I was just shocked. I mean, Amarim, do you reckon he's been sold down the river with that, thinking they've jazzed it up, what's going to happen? He's got there and he's thought, hold on a minute. Because to leave him now in the trenches, he's like neck height in the mud with no tools to dig himself out. Surely to God, they're going to lose more games now. The team's not quite right. Is he going to stay through that? His reputation every week he's getting battered, or is he going to walk?
Mate, I think it's lambs to the slaughter, man, because they hire him after 10, 11 games, right? And they say to him, funny enough, it's now or never. And he's looked at him thinking, you know what? Sporting's good, but it's my United, isn't it? And he's probably had discussions with them, January, the summer, the long-term vision. But when he's got there, it's an absolute shit show. You know, you've got Rashford coming out with an interview. You got Anthony, who he finds out that's probably not good enough. He comes in, Casemiro's not the same player he was. He's looked at it thinking, yo, it's Man United, but when you get there, it's just awful. He's tried to do a new system, which I want. I don't want him to come in and do what Ten Hag did and said, you know what, we're not playing the Ajax way. I like that. But then there's also a situation where you got to understand that some players are not with it right now. So we should be more attacking for me. But we've gone more defensive under him for me, in my personal point of view. I think personnel is a big issue. The wing-backs are not wing-backs. Dalot and Mazraoui are not wing-backs in this system. They're not. They're awful. That's why we got Dorgu. But the problem is for me is, though, he's up front. He experimented Mainu in up front. And I was like, I can't lie, man. This is not the answer. But we said, cool. First 10 minutes, it looked a bit, all right. Mainu's hit the post. I'm thinking, yo, what's going on here? But then that's where it all fell apart. Crystal Palace, easy. Honestly, bro, we barely had a shot on them. And yeah, man, it's very, very bleak right now. You knew, for me, it's gross negligence here for the club to know that Rashford, Anthony, even Garnacho looking to sell. For you not to say, and even Sancho in the summer, haven't replaced Sancho, by the way, for you to let go of them free, it's cool. If you don't want them, cool. But to not bring anyone in, it's madness, bro. It's absolutely madness. And Amorim now, I feel sorry for him. And honestly, it wouldn't be crazy if he walked, because this is going to get worse, guys. I'm being serious. We got Tottenham next. They're going to beat us. Everton the week after that, they're going to beat us. So it could only be so long. And listen, we're in a results-based business. I'm not going to be here saying Amorim's job is safe. It's not. If he keeps losing and we end up going to 16th, which is a possibility, bro, he could be sacked. So I am feeling very, very sorry for Amorim. Could there be something more that he could do? 100%. We could be a bit more attacking. He should understand that these players have got limitations.
Why has he played Kobe Mainoo up front?
Bro, I don't know. It's the worst kind of message to send here when you clearly know you ain't going to get a striker. Cool. Xerxes and Haaland might not be the answer, but you've got to have something up there for us to work with. Something.
He's killed two birds with one
striker. He just played.
When Ten Hag plays Mazraoui in the 10, they call him crazy. But when he plays Kobe in the 9, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, but I don't think it was okay.
He's killed two birds with one stone. He's killed Mainoo and he's killed the striker position.
Yeah. And the maddest thing is, Kobe Mainoo was playing half decently well in that left 10 role, the Europa League and the game against Fulham when he came on. Try it more. Try and implement that more a little bit. He does something crazy and it backfires. And a lot of that result on the weekend, I'm sorry, was on Amorim. We can blame the players, we can blame whatever. That result there specifically was on Amorim. But the bigger picture now is we've left Amorim with what? Nothing up front. Our strikers now are Haaland, Xerxes, Garnacho, and Ahmad.
Where's Shido?
Sorry?
Where's Shido?
Shido, brother, I swear down, man, he might have to come and do a little something. Do you know what I mean? Like, he might have to do a little something, because right now, sometimes you look for them youth players. You brought in Mickey Moore. You got to just put them in and say, you know what?
Mikey.
There is a youth player.
Mikey.
There is a youth player, right? There is a youth player, right? That you're disrespecting and you're not paying enough attention to and giving enough credit and credence, right? He's Argentine. His name. He's 20 years old, and his name is Alejandro Garnacho. Yeah, and you wanted to try and sell me this guy for weeks on this show. Now you got him.
Don't worry, man. That's summertime.
This is your attacker. You use
him. That ain't over. That ain't over.
Yeah, get him back in the team. Reintroduce.
Well, he's in the team, bro. What do you mean get him back in the team?
Well,
he's in the team.
He needs to play. He needs to play. You know,
he gonna play.
Team, he needs to play.
Nobody else. He gonna play.
Yeah,
he gonna play, bro.
That's what I want to see.
I'm gonna lie to you, bro. For once here, I'm concerned for what's gonna happen in the next 6 months. Even though it's been like that for the past 12 years.
Man said for once he's concerned.
No, Jello. This Crystal Palace one was like shit. Because now I thought there was going to be players coming in, or at least one body coming in. I know FUAD will talk about him. I'm not particularly too keen on him, but you know what? It's a body. And Kuku, we weren't even in for him. Who else is out there? Bro, we're linked with Bailey. Apparently, we're never in for him. To know that Rashford and Ante are leaving, and to not get anyone in, for me, is absolutely disgraceful, man. And that's on Ineos. you know. And for you to say, cool, you know what, we don't want to make the same mistakes we've done in the past. Cool, it's a loan. You don't have to pay any money. You're covering the wages. Keep it as that simple. But to not bring anyone in for the guy that you literally sacked, you told him, brother, it's now or never. Come to our football club. You gave him that full faith that you're going to back him. You're our guy, and we made a mistake with Ten Hag, but you're our guy, and then you're going to leave him to dry. It's shocking, man. And for me, it's one of them now. It's peak. It really, really is peak now because we gonna go down. We're going down and down.
He has a very good case of walking away.
Yeah. I don't want to blame him, bro.
Yeah.
I want to blame him.
Like this, like he's not perfect right now and he's made a lot of mistakes. And you're right. You have to look at him as well because any coach worth his salt has to get better out of the resources that he has. I've always said this. I've always maintained the same energy for Ange, for Maresca, whoever, whatever. And the same for Amram because I was actually a fan of his. And a lot of people are saying, bro, I think he was just a fan because of his name and he was linked with Liverpool. You don't really think he's good, do you? And I'm having to
No, you can't get clouded by the mess at Man United.
I'm having to think, SAEED, how? Look at the games, look at the records, look at the tactics, look at the formation.
I understand it looks very bad. It looks very bad, but this is what Man United can do to you.
It looks very bad.
I went out to Lisbon and they flopped us 4-1. And the amount of messages I got saying, Amarim ball is coming. We've seen what he's done. He's done Pep. Amarim is coming. And you know what? I ain't even got the energy to fucking go back to these people and say,
bro, the rim it's ball. Not even about like cooking. It's the reality of we are shit. I've accepted it. You know what I'm saying to you? There was people coming there saying, yo, listen, you got to do this and that tonight. I said, bro, I've got my own problems to worry about. Yeah. So for me, when you're talking about
who do you blame, SAEED? Who do you blame?
It's not really talk. It's Ineos.
Do you think it's Ineos?
Yeah.
You see, you honestly, from a business point of view, right? For them Glazers to sell him 25% and then tell him he's got football full control. Nobody who owns 25% of a company.
No, I know. We can't be naive to that. Yeah.
But they can step back, take the dividends, let Scruffy Jim front it all. It's a mad fucking world where anyone thinks that's a normal situation. I think Radcliffe in his head's thought, you know what? If that's the situation, I'll take it. I'll prove everybody wrong and I'll get my feet under the door. The fans will love me. We'll start to change it around. I'll get more and I'll eventually have a full takeover and Man United are back. I don't think he's thought about the downfall of it. And now,
I mean, he knew though. We were crippled with debt. He had no guarantees of sorting out that debt. He knew the mess we were coming into. But what happened was he came in and said, yo, I'm a Manchester lad. I'm a local lad, this and that. He's raised ticket prices. He's done all this. Yeah. So in his head, to me, he's a hypocrite. So in that head, you're thinking, cool. But when he's brought in the likes of Omar Barado and Jason Wilcox, I was like, cool, let me give it time before I fully judge it. But to be honest with you, right now, he's not showing anything different. He's showing incompetence at the minute. So this is a mess, man. And like I said to you, Grizz, you can say the manager, this, that, the other. But when you're coming into this mess here where there's so many players from different managers and whatnot, I cannot, for me, blame the manager because he needs a lot of work, bro. This team, for it to play this style that we want to, you need fullbacks, you need two midfielders that can at least operate on the ball, you need wing 2-10s that can attack, and you got a striker that can keep the ball up. So there's so much things we need to do within this team. And it does not resemble an Amarin team at all, man. It's far from it. And for me, next season, it's going to get probably even worse because at the end of the day, you have to make an impression. Next season is going to be very, very tough, because he then has to go into a season and convince the fans that, you know what, I've got this now. So it's going to be a massive, massive summer. But yeah, man, it's peak. That's all I'm going to say. It's very, very peak.
Let me get the super chats in. I know I missed most of that segment, but I'm tired of talking about United as well. It gives a shit. Gareth says, we all know Portuguese players are little rats. Makes sense. They'd gravitate to Man United. English Talent FC says, there is no identity. Changing formation isn't an identity. Still can't press, can't create, can't defend, can't score. Arteta and Klopp adapted early on. That one's Chelsea, so I'll save that one. And that one. All right, that's it. That's it on United. SAEED, you're safe.
Listen,
I'm
not safe though, am I?
No,
if you're gonna be this shit, get relegated, man. Like, at least be doing
relax,
do something. There needs to be an outcome.
There isn't, because the bottom three is that shit. They can't,
That's the problem.
No,
that's the problem.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's the problem. Like, we all wish for each other's teams to be shit, but when it gets this bad, it's like, what's the outcome? Like, if you're not getting relegated, I'm kind of like over it. It's like,
you let us know. What did you do down there a couple of years ago?
I'm not gonna lie, we weren't down there where you are. You're worse than us. Like, we was 10th. You're not gonna get into the top
12 actually, but yeah.
You might not see 12th either. I'll be real. You're not looking like you can see 12th or any of these positions. You look like you're ready to finish like 15th.
Yeah, man. Me and FUAD didn't even got to battle it out in 2 weeks' time, man. 6-pointer, man.
They're saying that United wouldn't pay the loan deal for that.
I don't believe that. I don't believe there was that. Honestly, bro. I don't believe that.
Boys,
I don't believe that. Man. I can't lie. I think the media know what they're doing, man. They're trying to,
broke, baby.
Trying to do rage bait on the timeline.
They still 300 mil on previous transfers that they still haven't even paying off. Like, listen, hey,
max the credit card, bro.
Like Harry
maxed it. 800 million.
Yeah, man. You still are paying off Anthony and Sancho and them man there.
Them man there, bro.
Still paying off Mark Hughes, these scruffy bastards, mate.
Mark Hughes.
Yeah, fucking 800 million in debt, these scruffs, and then they want the council to come and pay for the new stadium. Oh yeah, man. The richest club in the world. We're Man United. We've seen it all. We've won the lot. Come and pay for our stadium because we haven't got a pot to piss in. Fuck off.
On that note, we will fuck off to the next topic.
Steve was like, yo, listen, I gotta get something in.
We're at that part of the table where only it makes sense to go into Tottenham, but also Chelsea have entered top 4 again. So no,
let our special guest do.
I'm glad, but don't get upset that we don't talk about Chelsea.
Please, no problem.
No more complaints in the complaint box. All right,
no problem. It's no problem.
FUAD, there you go. Matisse has given up the time for Chelsea and said it's yours.
Fairs, man. Listen, interesting week. Can't even lie. I think, what was it, midweek last week? We had the academy boys coming out Europa League, giving us a little lift because we're not used to actually seeing any talent come out of our academy. I think Harry Kane was probably the last one and probably the only one I can actually recall. But
Campbell, no.
What we got to do this for?
No, I'm no banter. I'm just saying.
You done your interview. You got your picture. It was cool. Ain't no need to bring that up here.
I'm just saying.
But no, I actually went to the Brentford game, funnily enough, but not one I was really thinking, coming into it. I mean, our last win was fucking Southampton, who are arguably the worst side in Premier League history. And prior to that, it was in November. So our league form has been absolutely shocking. And Brentford's home form has been one of the best in the league this season. So coming in, you're thinking, hey, this could be a long-ass day. The full Mbembo and Wissa are in it as well. But I don't know what it was. Somehow we turned up and we actually put in a performance. We went 1-0 up and we actually didn't look like conceding one. We managed to keep Mbembo pretty much nullified and quiet. Wissa I barely saw throughout the game as well. But I thought we looked comfortable. We looked in control. And then in the second half, we even managed to pull out a second goal rather than actually conceding one, which surprised me even more. But 3 points finally collected, a clean sheet away from home as well. I mean, hey, it just confirms one step closer to 40 points, one step closer to safety. You know what I mean? So one brick at a time, and that's all we're looking for at this point of the season. You know what I mean? But I want to give standout performers. I want to give a shout out to Jed Spence. I thought he was man of the match. And I think since coming into this side, he has been incredible. And I hope Tobs has been on the show waxing lyrical every single week, because
he has to be fair.
There has not been a position or any foot he's put wrong whatsoever. Left side, right side, he's comfortable on the ball, off the ball. He gives everything, flies into tackles, the off the line clearance as well. that's some shit I love seeing, honestly. And he was incredible. Not a blade of grass he didn't cover. And as much as, you know, Kulusevski's been getting all the flowers this season and a lot of the attackers and stuff like that, he is one that I feel like definitely deserves his credit. And listen, even if Udogie comes back from injury, he has cemented that spot for me till the end of the season, in my opinion. Quality player. And it's crazy to think that we've had him for about 2.5 years, and this is now the first time we're actually getting to see him. It's actual madness. But hey, we've had a gem on our hand. And when you talk about the kind of January window as well off the back of that, I mean, this whole month has been pretty much a disastrous month for us because our squad has been bleeding. We've had injuries left, right, and center, in defense, in attack, midfield, everywhere, you name it, even in goal. And start of the window, we managed to sign Kinski, and thankfully, he's turned out to be an actual lifesaver. I can't even lie. He's been incredible since coming in as well. Very much a risk taker, and I can't lie, playing the way Ange plays, I actually think it suits us very well. And then over the past 24 hours, we've managed to some way, somehow address a few more positions, despite looking like we're not going to do anything whatsoever, similarly like United. But we pulled Kevin Danso out after hijacking West Ham at the last minute. I know everyone's laughing at us getting rejected left, right, and center, but it was nice to, you know what I mean? Still know we could take food off someone else's plate. and then today, you know what I mean? They thought West Ham were the only ones we could take food off their plate, but obviously them United boys over there, they're not very hungry at this point. So we went and snatched tail off their plate today as well. So address something in the attack. For me, I think we've lacked in the wide areas. We've lacked replacement for Solanke. Clearly he's out injured now. Richarlison's come back in. He was shocking on the weekend as well. He might be the only one that dropped a stinker on that pitch. But I think Tell coming in covers a couple of different positions, and I think Danso coming in, we know what Van der Ven and Romero are like in terms of injuries, bro. They can never stay fit for more than 6 months, so he's going to be important.
I want to see. There's rumors that Van der Ven's
who hijacked.
There's rumors that Van der Ven's out for the League Cup game against us.
Listen, the conspiracy theory of Tottenham Hotspur Twitter is running wild at the moment, but I'm not too sure about that. The only one I have been confirmed is Dragusin out for the rest of the season with an ACL injury.
I want to see.
Tell's been allowed to leave Bayern Munich. What's the problem?
He doesn't play.
Similar situation like Gravenberch when he was over there. Listen,
just because of Harry Kane and that.
Harry Kane, Musiala, Thomas Muller. A lot of players there who he's not going to get ahead of. Elise, who they signed in the summer. And you got to remember, when Bayern Munich signed him, I think he barely played even 10 games for Rennes. Like, he hadn't really broke through. So he was literally cutting his professional teeth off the Bayern bench. So I actually think this will be good for him and good for us for him to actually get a good run in the side. And we've needed someone in that position.
Is he a clause, an option to buy or no option?
Yes, there is. Yeah. So the whole spiel today was apparently there wasn't a clause in the deal, but turns out it's been confirmed that there is a clause to buy.
I want to see Spence in the next England squad, man. I really do.
Yeah. You think he deserves it?
Yep, I think he deserves it. I
feel like in terms of fullback, it's starting to get hefty. In terms of you got Lewis Skelly, you got Hall.
At right back.
How many left backs?
So you got Trent. But I'd play Spence. I'd say Spence could be a right back option for England. It's not going to be Carl Walker. It's not going to be Reece James because he shouldn't be near it. He's not ready fitness wise. Lewis Skelly and Lewis Hall on the left. Spence is playing in a weaker position right now because he's right footed.
Do you not think maybe Livramento gets the call ahead?
I'm happy to have Spence ahead of Livramento right now. I'm happy to have Spence ahead of him.
The only thing I would say is I know it's only been a short amount of time he's kind of been in this starting lineup. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't want to jump the gun and say it, but hey,
I think Spence would bring, like, defensively, he's so airtight. From when I'm watching him, he's so airtight defensively. When you're talking about Lewis Skelly, and you're talking about, like, Lewis Skelly, obviously brilliant defensive, but you're talking about Lewis Skelly, Lewis Hall. You want to give them the freedom to go forward. You want to give them the freedom to express themselves. I think Spence would balance out that defense at fullback so well. He's physical. Obviously, he's technical. I think he's ready, man, to be a part of it.
I agree. I was joking about how many players you want.
Can't forget Ben White though, man. Ben White.
He don't play. He's injured now.
Does he even want to go back? Is he still?
He don't even want to be for England now.
That Tuchel's opened the door, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
He's not playing, is he? So he can't be in there.
Jed Spence,
Ben White's had fucking 2 great seasons, and Jed Spence.
Yeah, but is he fit?
Games, bro.
Is he fit?
Is the World Cup tomorrow?
Is he? I'm not talking about the World Cup. I said the next squad.
I said the World Cup's tomorrow, man.
And by the way, Ben White.
Crucial is his guy, man.
Oh the way, Ben White started as centre back, and the way Stones is injury prone, you may as well get Ben White in at centre back. So just shuffle everything over.
Just you make sure my guy is counted, bro.
Brother, you make sure Ben White can get back in the Arsenal team the way Tim.
But don't worry about Benji.
He's sitting on the bench.
Yo.
He's sitting on the bench.
There's no point there.
Benny
Blanco might be blanked out for
Benny
games, bro. He's playing no more games.
We missed Ben
I like
appearances.
You man don't know. We missed Ben White.
You don't miss him, man.
You know what? That's
talking
Turkish
about
guy, you know. Since
he left, man. Tim was too good.
Oh shit! All right, this chat
was too good, man. They don't talk about Ben White anymore.
Yo, Ben White or Kyle Walker, man. On Turkish, what do you reckon?
Nah, remember when I said that? Since I've said that, Steve, if one's going like this, you know.
That was a funny argument, can't lie.
Oh, we ain't won nothing before Steve jumps in. Sorry.
all that Ben White win is a sunbed comp. Looks like fucking mad from Benidorm.
Is it an orange thing? Is it orange?
No, hey, it's an Oompa Loompa thing. It's an Oompa Loompa thing.
Is it underbelly orange thing?
Definitely a colour thing with him. It's a strange what's it colour.
What's it, you know? Hey, Benji. But yeah, sorry, where was you? Jed Spence, right back, England, friendly March. Okay.
Moldova and that, yeah, man.
Yeah. Why not?
I hear that. Let me see what we've got for Tottenham in the super chats. No, okay. Well, one here from Guna Cannon saying it's about to go down like Tottenham or Man United this season. Much love, lads.
Nah, we ain't going down.
Nice.
What you saying, SAEED? Europa League final? See you there?
No chance.
Can't lie, man. With the attack, man. I don't know, man. Who's gonna score our goals, man? Can't lie, man.
Put the 14th place in the bag, man.
You know, man. Let's come about them, man.
How many points are you actually on? Because obviously I don't business Man United anymore for weeks and ages. But how many points are you actually on?
They're on 29. We're on 27.
So, how much did we work out relegation? Like,
you won't be 40 points this year. Definitely not.
These men are like they're 2 wins away from safety, man. 2 wins, 3 wins.
2 wins that were safe, man.
I think the
I don't know when the 2 wins are coming now, but yeah.
Yeah, but the 17th place team this year will probably stay up with the lowest points total in Premier League history.
Damn.
Well, Ipswich, what they doing, man? You know what I mean?
Lost, bro. Exactly.
Like,
when Ipswich lost to Southampton, I said
exactly, bro.
I'm foolish.
He deserves it. Though. Hold that, man. That Ed Sheeran guy, man. He can hold that.
Wow.
Ed Sheeran guy.
Man made all them songs and hold that.
Yeah, man. He can hold that, man.
Can I quickly go around quickly, just to get people's ideas on this? How's the Carabao Cup final looking for you? Like just 2 teams. I'm gonna say it's probably Newcastle, Liverpool. Steve.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, same.
SAEED?
Same.
Yeah, same.
FUAD?
Arsenal, Tottenham.
Oof. GRIZZ.
Oof.
Arsenal, Liverpool.
Okay. All right. Cool. Couple curveballs in there at the end.
Yeah, only because you fuck with me, I fuck with him back, innit?
Say no more. Daniel Desi, big up, man. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, family, and all of that. You lot saying praise Levy earlier when he got rejected, and it was Ange who convinced him. Ange doing Lange and Levy's job. Who's Lange?
Hey, we don't even need to acknowledge him. Don't
Who
worry.
the fuck is Lange, man? Let's talk about Lange.
Forget about it. He don't exist. We don't need to know who that is.
Matisse, remember Lange for when Tobs gets back on Monday.
Sporting director. He's on
Lange. Hey, Tobs. Yeah, we don't like that one still. Daniel gets rattled by the Levy proposal. Daniel is tongue in cheek more time, but come on. And I meant to get this one in earlier as well from LFC Badder saying 29th of October, 4 minutes 54 seconds in to his first sporting watch. SAEED says any Liverpool watch what could have been and laughs, mocking us for not appointing Amarim job. Someone tell me who's laughing now.
Oh shit!
You called him what?
Oh shit!
You ain't heard that one.
He called you nice. He called you nice. That's Superchat. He cooked you nice.
Hey, that might be top 5 slander names I've ever fucking heard. Fuck, that is good.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll be ready for the downfall. Don't worry.
And it's literally mad because both the goals came from in behind at the weekend, which is crazy as well.
Oh shit! Nah, Batiste.
Don't worry, man. Let these Liverpool fans enjoy themselves. That's all I'm saying.
Grizz, Uncle, I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to hear these youngsters talking this.
It's
talk.
Matisse. You know what? He's taking. He's overtaken Toby with the
crudeness.
It's just true. It's just.
He
True.
said, and they were both in behind.
Your Mac Matisse, Mac Matisse.
We're 20 seconds in. Well, closing into 2 hours on the show. Chelsea obviously into top 4, but Matisse, you shrugged it off earlier. Do you have anything to say on it? Peace.
That type of game, listen. Thank you for the 3 points. It was a bit of a slog. Manager credits you for being proactive on the bench, making the early changes in the second half. I think he made 4 subs before 70 minutes. First half was a bit dry, a little bit stale, bit passive in terms of the speed of play. I thought we were gonna fumble the bag. Colwell, bad defending, terrible, weak defending on the goal for Bowen. But we got back, got the goals. Neto, Palmer deflection. It wasn't pretty. It was
doing this to you lot.
I don't know who he's doing that to, but he should shush because that's his second goal.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say,
man. I don't know what goes through some of these footballers' minds. You cost £60 million. This is your second goal. It's February. I don't know who you're chatting to. I don't know who you're shushing. Just focus on starting regularly in this Chelsea team and keep your head down and get to work. That's all I can say because nobody should be telling anybody to shush.
And the way he did it, he was making sure it's all of you lot, mate. Like,
yeah, you should. Yeah, if that's how you want to carry on, honestly, you won't last long because I don't know what you're smoking. Really, I'll be real.
Yeah,
so very cheeky, but 2-1. Good. We just needed to win. It's as simple as that, man. Simple as that. We just move. We need to improve. The window has been shocking. Like you, Turkish, I'm not impressed with the window. I personally think it's one of those wins where you win now, but with that window, you better hope you don't pay for it later because we've weakened the team somehow. I think a little bit with Felix going to AC Milan, Chukwuemeka going, but he wasn't playing anyway. Chilwell, I'm happy for him to go to Palace, get game time. We signed a random midfielder today from Saint Etienne. I don't know what's going on there, but
I see the highlights, man. He looks all right,
Yeah.
You lot picking up a young youth from the French league. That's normal for you, though, man.
In the one position we actually have great young talent. We decide to sign another one. I'm over it, man. I don't know what we're doing. So
it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah. Let's just pray that we don't pay for this and we get Champions League football. So it's been a bad window, but as well.
When did you go to Emirates?
I don't know. I don't wish to know. After what happened last year.
That's in March.
Oh, is it March?
Oh shit! I know exactly when it is. It's right before the international break.
You lot actually play. Yeah. So game week 34, it's Chelsea, Liverpool, and then game week 35, it's Liverpool, Arsenal. If I'm not mistaken.
The ending is mad, I swear down.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it is. It's crazy.
Okay. Hopefully,
is that another conspiracy? Yeah, it's like,
huh?
Is that another conspiracy? Is that our fixtures? What? Our fixtures, like we got easy fixtures. We ain't played no one. We're playing.
No one said that. No one said that.
No, I'm just saying the ending's tough. That's it.
No one said that. No.
No. It must be in your head, sir.
Yeah, man.
You don't know how many people have said that.
Chris, that was like 7-8 games in, though. You man,
yeah, no, that was 7 games in, man.
No, you don't know the latest one.
The
latest one's what Saeed's just saying.
What did he say? Sorry.
Obviously, he doesn't mean it. The latest one is all their fixtures are at the end. The hard fixtures.
I just said they got a tough run of fixtures at the end. That's what I said.
That's the new one.
Calm down, boss.
Malk says, please can you tell us why the titty man always has his mouth so wide open in his thumbnails? Brother, you support Chelsea Blue, not Bonnie Blue.
Man's looking, man's deep in it. Man.
Say fuck me for?
Yeah.
It's a cheering celebration.
It's cheering.
It's a stock image, brother. You know.
Stock image. Jill knows it's hilarious. SAEED and Matisse still think Sancho is some super talent destined to be world class. He clearly lacks dynamism and the intensity required for the Premier League.
Yeah, he wasn't great first half, especially. He was not good. Made a lot of subs, so he was hooked quite early. Come off like 52 minutes, I think. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm happy to have him for the price. I'm happy to have him in the squad. I think he's a very useful player at times, but he's not ready to. He's not someone that I'm looking at as like, oh yeah, that's the starting left winger every single week for a title challenge, you know. But he didn't cost loads. Hopefully his wage is modest, and we can use him as a squad player, and that's fine with me. I like the player.
The last one on the list is from Geraldo. Came in earlier. He mentions that the games in the Premier League since Reece James' debut in 1920, Steady Knack James 116, world class Stones 101. It is well. It is well. Listen, big up the community, not just the people that have sent in super chats. Obviously, a special thanks to the people that have sent in super chats. He supports the show and the future endeavors, and you know what we try and bring out throughout this 2025 year. And we have got big plans. So big up the super chats, hella super chats in today. I literally got every single one in. Maybe I missed one, but I believe I've got every single one in. Hit that like button, people. 7.6k in the building. Let me bring the prediction table up. Steve had a mare this week, no points. So
what?
On and off the pitch.
Steve.
Wow.
Whoa, Steve!
Whoa.
Where you going, bro?
Relax.
Relax.
Calm. Hey, brother, I see you.
Relax.
Touch close to the gap, man. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, GRIZZ, yeah.
I see you, man.
Steve, I see you.
You've
given me. Steve has given me life. I might cook up something now.
Steve, man, he was deducted 6 points, Steve, man.
Yeah, don't worry about. Listen, you guys get giddy again, and then the end of the season, I'm miles off it, and then no one says anything.
Nah, fair enough.
We talking about it's your first season back, brother.
Yeah, but before that, I was never bottom. All the time, everyone was giving it. I never bottom. You know what I used to do? A little bit of trolling in that, but then when it just gets serious, I'll just.
Yeah.
That sounds like a recipe for fucking disaster. You do that.
Say again. What happened?
Someone said take on the chin.
Big up FUAD as well. Actually, before we wrap it up, make sure the individual channels, people. All of them are in the description below. Steve, SAEED, GRIZZ, FUAD, and in particular right now Matisse, because new content's out or coming out, Matisse?
It's already out. It's already dropped.
Already out. You dickhead.
Yo, play.
You dickhead.
I've got it up for say watch later, man.
Bro, what are you doing, man?
Fucking Cronky there. You fucking mad, bro.
You know about Super Chat before? Apparently it was about that video.
Yo, play it, bro. What are you doing? Play the thing.
Are you admin? Because I'm about to bounce. So
I'm not. I'm not. Patrice Punani here, reporting for Sky Sports News outside the Emirates Stadium ahead of a massive clash for Arsenal versus Manchester City. And I just want to make it clear that Fabrizio Romano is a beta male and a soy boy. And we are here to report the real transfers on the ground with real people, Arsenal fans. Let's get the scoop and keep you in the loop. Patrice Moani here outside the Emirates for Sky Sports News. We're here discussing Arsenal's recent transfer news. Of course, Arsenal need players in plenty of positions in the forward line. They've got injuries to Saka being out injured for the foreseeable on that right-hand side. They're really desperate for additions in this team. But now we're starting to get a little bit of drip feed news coming through from Bordeaux in France. Mike Oxmel's Grim is the player at Bordeaux, 21 years of age, 6.9 million fee, standing at 6'1" tall, and every inch counts, of course, as you know. Looking to make those penetrative passes into the back line of the opposition defence and try and give Saka some really stiff competition.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna watch that now, man.
He said,
too dumb, I swear.
find out what's going on.
See, if I'm looking, it's like, yo,
End
who's
the
this player?
stream. End the stream. End the
What?
stream. I've seen enough.
And on that note, go to Matisse's channel, people. You can
Even
find
the
out
car
what
park,
the
man.
That's mad. That's mad.
Yeah, Matisse he's in his creative bag right now. Go show some love, people. Go show some love.
That's
All round.
mad.
FUAD as well, people. Go show his channel some love. It's been the first time in a little while, not the last time, but big up FUAD and the regulars as usual. Tobs will be back real soon. FUAD, are you in on Thursdays or is Tobs back? I don't even know.
I think Tobs is back.
And that name was Lange, yeah?
Yeah.
It's Ange and Levy.
Big Lange.
Lange.
Big Lange.
Yeah.
Langin.
Lange.